Monday morning, we announced the winner of our Super Bowl prediction round, where somebody is going to walk away with $100 in cold cash. You want to be sure and be listening, see if you were the winner. Of course, we have news and weather and sports and traffic and interesting conversation. All of that is going to be happening between 5 and 9 here on 590 KLBJ Radio. I'm Ed Sawson. I hope you'll plan to join us right now, okay? We'll try to get your week off to a good start Monday morning between 5 and 9 on 590 KLBJ Radio.
The Cowboys and the Steelers. Only one will walk away from Super Bowl 30 with his 5th World Championship. Only one Austin station brings you this historic Super Bowl. 590 KLBJ Radio.
We came out and we played like the Dallas Cowboys should. This is what we wanted to do, and a lot of people didn't think we'd be able to do it once we got in.
For the best coverage of the days leading up to the game and the big game itself, stay tuned to Austin's Super Bowl station. Super Bowl 30 today at 4:45, only on 590 KLBJ Radio. You're listening to Austin's #1 station for news, 590 KLBJ AM, Austin.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this program to bring you Super Bowl 30 from the mighty 590 KLBJ Radio.
The following is a special presentation of CBS Radio Sports.
The NFC is on a Super Bowl roll. The AFC has lost 11 straight title games, and the duel in the desert is set to begin. Radio Sports, this is the National Football League. Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Hunter with Jack Buck, Hank Stram, and Matt Miller. And today from Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona, it's Super Bowl 30 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. Today's Super Bowl 30 broadcast on CBS Radio Sports is sponsored by Courtyard by Marriott, by Campbell's Chunky Soup, by Slick 50, and by Radio Shack. And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our coverage of Super Bowl 30 on CBS Radio Sports and the battle for the NFL Championship as the 14-4 Dallas Cowboys take on the 13-5 Pittsburgh Steelers. The weather conditions are perfect. The temperature of 68 degrees, the sun's still bright in the sky, and the Cowboys and Steelers are getting set to battle it out. Now, the Cowboys are playing in an NFL record 8th Super Bowl this afternoon, and today they're playing in their 49th postseason game. Dallas has won 30 playoff games, which is more than any other NFL team, and a victory today would give the Cowboys 5 Super Bowl titles, tying the 49ers for most Super Bowl victories. The Cowboys are also looking to solidify their claim as the team of the 90s as they play for their 3rd Super Bowl championship in the past 4 years. Now, the Steelers are playing in the Super Bowl for the first time since 1979 when they beat the Rams for their 4th Super Bowl title. In fact, the Steelers have never lost a Super Bowl game. They're a perfect 4-0, one of 6 unbeaten teams in Super Bowl play. And like Dallas, a victory today would move the Steelers into a tie with San Francisco with 5 Super Bowl victories. Now, today's game marks a Super Bowl rematch when the Steelers beat the Cowboys back in Super Bowl 13, 35-31. Jimmy Carter was in the White House. Laverne and Shirley and Three's Company were the top-rated TV shows. A postage stamp was 15 cents, and Matt Millen was a senior at Penn State. Sony introduced the Walkman that same year. Jack Buck and Hank Stram were at Super Bowl 13. They're back again this afternoon to call their 16th Super Bowl together. Let's get the thoughts from Jack and Hank in the front row. Jack.
Well, thank you, Jim. I kind of think, Hank, that the Dallas Cowboys are going to play it straight. I don't think they have to do much different in order to win a football game. They're the favorite here today. And I kind of think that the Pittsburgh Steelers have to gamble a little bit if they're going to come out on top.
Well, in this kind of a game, Jack, you know, you have to go for all the marbles, and that's what Pittsburgh has to do. I think they have some ways to take advantage of the defense of the Pittsburgh Steelers, especially from their 5-man set, 4-man receiver. I'm talking about receivers, and they have some good mismatches if they can get the pass protection that you need to throw the ball like you should against that situation. But I think this is going to be a very good game.
And you didn't like the feel of the field with this new sod that's been put in place.
No, I really didn't. I was surprised. It looks beautiful from up here. It looked beautiful just walking around. As you walked around, it's very wet. is kind of soft, and I think in the second half we'll see some slippage on the part of the players, and I think they're concerned, talking to several of them, of what kind of cleats they're going to use. I asked Sanders, what kind of cleats you're going to use? He said that the longest I can get.
Those are our first thoughts of the day, Jim.
All right, that's Jack Buck and Hank Stram. They'll have all the play-by-play of Super Bowl 30 between the Cowboys and the Steelers. Up next, Matt Millen joins me, and we'll be back in just a moment.
This can't be a car. Even though it drives like one, cars don't have aisles. Cars don't have seats on rollers, or so much space for so many things. You certainly can't slide 8 pairs of skis under the seats of a car. And you clearly can't order a car with even one sliding door, let alone 2. Well then, it would appear that for the first time ever, the Motor Trend Car of the Year is more than a car. It's a caravan from the new Dodge. Do you suppose there was one particular thing that made the new Dodge Caravan Motor Trend's Car of the Year? Maybe it was the doors, for instance. How the available driver's side sliding door makes exits and entrances even easier. Or how you can lock the sliding doors in place so they stay open even on inclines. Or the way they close with so little effort. But then again, maybe it was something else. Maybe it was the seats, or the comfort, or the cup holders, or the room.
Welcome back, everyone. Today's pregame show is sponsored by Courtyard by Marriott. I'm Jim Hunter with Matt Millen. Time now for the Courtyard keys to the game. All right, Matt, let's break it down. I know you've watched all the film this week. Let's start first with the Cowboys on offense. They're the explosive team here. Everyone agrees. So if you're Pittsburgh on defense, how do you go out and try to contain that explosiveness?
Well, the first thing you have to be able to do is you got to be able to eliminate one segment of their team, of their offense. You got to take away their pass. You got to take away their run. I think the way you start is in that running game. And so the players today that really have to come up big for the Pittsburgh Steelers defensively is Joel Steed, their nose guard. Now, the nose guard position in that 34 scheme is real critical because it frees up your linebackers. And the matchup in this game versus Derek Kennard, the center, is big for the Pittsburgh Steelers because that's a matchup they can win. If they can dominate that position, that frees up their linebackers, and that provides a lot more blitzing and pressure in the pass game as well.
And it's important for Pittsburgh, their defensive front, to be strong because Dallas, even though Emmett is fast, they like to run him inside a lot, and then once he gets past the line, break outside.
You know, the thing to remember about the Dallas Cowboys in that running game is they're not very complicated. They're very simple. They only run about maybe 4 or 5 different plays. So it's not like they're surprising anybody, but what they do is they just grind you down. We've said it all year long. They just get those big old rear ends on you, and they just keep on pounding and pounding and pounding. And then pretty soon it's the fourth quarter, and you can't stop them. That's why you have to be able to maintain the lead in a game like this. Dallas is a different football team when they play from behind. When they're ahead, they're a lot more aggressive. When they play from behind, their philosophy changes.
Now, Bill Cowher's style on defense is to blitz with different people, blitz with several people. But against Troy Aikman and his experience, do you think that he'll come as he has all year, or do you think he might lay back a little bit?
I don't think he's going to change anything. I think he's going to have to use the defense that got him here and the philosophy that got him here. And now they have a couple of things that help them, you know, because they do present problems schematically. They'll bring a lot of different people, and they put pressure on the pass protection up front. And then with Rod Woodson coming in today, he may not be the Rod Woodson that we remember from last year, but he gives them depth, and he also gives them flexibility. And with that flexibility, you can do a lot of things with your personnel back there. And so I would expect them to continue to blitz, to continue to try to give them different looks, to create mismatches, and then Lloyd and Green and Chad Brown inside and Kirkland can be more effective.
Do you think they'll double Michael Irvin and force Kevin Williams to have a big game, or do you think they'll gamble and maybe go single coverage on him to free up somebody else?
I think they're going to roll the bones all day. I think they'll mix everything up. I don't think they're going to be able to do one thing and stick with it all day. So, yeah, I will expect them to double and try to take away Irvin. But here's the deal. See, what happens is when you look at the Dallas Cowboy passing offense, you have to prioritize who beats you. Okay, and the first thing when you look at the pass game, it's Michael Irvin. Then the second thing is you go to Jay Novacek. Then the third thing is you go to the running backs out of the backfield. Sometimes it's Moose Johnson and sometimes it's Emmitt Smith. And then lastly, it's Williams on the other side.
All right, now let's go to the other side when Pittsburgh has the ball. Obviously, ball control is key for them because it keeps Irvin and those guys off the field. Where in their offense do you think they'll be able to exploit some of the areas on the Cowboys' defense?
Well, I think the Dallas Cowboys have some holes. We talked about this all week long. First of all, Larry Brown, their corner, doesn't have great speed. You can take advantage of that. Brock Marion, the safety, he has foot problems also. And then inside, Robert Jones, their middle linebacker, doesn't really see the whole field, and you can take advantage of that. If you remember last week, or 2 weeks ago rather, in the championship game, the Green Bay Packers tried to exploit that with the two tight ends. It was Chimura and Jackson, and they tried to get down the field. When those are two tight ends who can run, the Steelers don't have that. So in order to take advantage of the underneath stuff, they can go with a tight end near back combination, or they can also go with that 4 and 5 receiver set and try to take advantage of the doubling capabilities of the safeties. And I think that's what we're going to see.
Is Cordell Stewart a key here because of what he adds? Do you think you'll see even more of him today than they've used so far?
I would think you would. I would think we'd see him early, and I would also say that if they have success, they're going to keep on going with it, because Cordell Stewart might be the fastest guy on the Steeler team, as I was just told, down on the field. And so if he can run and you can create mismatches with the nickel and dime packages, because they'll bring in Scott Case and they'll also bring in and have Brock Marion in a position where he has to double. You attack the double guy, and you take advantage of the lack of foot speed.
And I know you also think they're probably going to go right at Dion early.
Well, you know what how they will go after Dion is they'll get him out of the scheme. See, by the way the Cowboys play their defense, you can use by formation. You can get him completely out of your offense, or out of your defense, rather. And so when you do that, he becomes ineffective. So I would expect them by formation to render Dion useless.
All right, Matt, up next, we're going to hear from the Cowboys head coach Barry Switzer. But first, let's pause for this word from Courtyard by Marriott.
Desks are great as desks. As beds, they're terrible. Now, who would ask a desk to be a bed? Well, what about hotels that ask a bed to be a desk? At Courtyard by Marriott, you get a desk to work on and a bed to sleep on. Plus, a restaurant, mini gym, whirlpool, and everything else you need to properly furnish a business trip. For reservations, call your travel agent or 1-800-321-2211. Courtyard, a hotel designed by business travelers.
Hey, before you shovel some more fries in, try expanding your horizons. You can't eat junk food as you please. You need carrots, corn, and peas. Don't just go for what's expedient. Check out Chunky's fine ingredients. We're full of lots of healthy veggies. Look how fast your dinner's ready. Use a fork to get the big stuff. Just a spoon's not always enough. So, when you're sick of eating junky, why not try some Campbell's Chunky? Campbell's Chunky. Soup that eats like a meal.
Well, Barry Switzer is coaching in his first Super Bowl today with a team that is a heavy favorite. Matt and I spoke with the coach and asked him if the pressure is off because the Cowboys reached the Super Bowl, or is the pressure still there because now they have the big one to play?
Well, the big one, the next 60 minutes, is a lot of pressure involved in that, Jim. I think that, arriving is one thing. It's a bigger step than we made last year. We got to the championship game. We didn't make that step. We did this year, and we're at the big one. And I think what we need to do is obviously for myself is that this has to be accomplished, because when I arrived at this level, the NFL, my criteria for maybe a success of measurement of success was that I had to win the Super Bowl. And I don't think any football coach has ever arrived in the NFL that were the demands, their criteria that he must play for and under. So obviously that is important to me, to be able to win this football game in the next 60 minutes. And I'll feel like, well, maybe now we can go on from here and things can come as they may.
Taking that even a step further, you're not only supposed to win this game, you're such a heavy favorite, you're supposed to blow this team out. Does that matter?
Well, my response to that is simply this. We were favored in, I think, 24 games that we played this year. That's all of them. And that we lost 4 games, and in 3 of the 4 games, we were 2-touchdown favorites. So what I'm trying to tell you, that makes no difference to me, because regardless of how favored you are or not, Jim, is that what happens is that the 60 minutes you play, it's how you play and your opponent plays. We know that they got first-round draft choices. They got second-round draft choices. Theirs come higher than ours to do because of where we finished the last several years. So the teams aren't much difference in them, and it comes down to the few plays that separate them, and it's usually turnovers and the team with the fewest mistakes, penalties, mental errors.
It's pretty apparent to me, though, Barry, when I watch your team, that you're a better football team now, obviously, than you were at the middle of the season. And I think a better football team now than when you started the playoff run. You feel the same?
I certainly do, Matt, because, I said when I came into professional football, I've always looked at it and viewed it. I've always, that quote about me sitting on my sofa at Norman, Oklahoma, watching NFL football. And I've always watched preseason games, regular season games, then playoff games. And I said, there's a different intensity level. There's a different emotional level played, and I see that. Then I see certain games that within division in the regular season, that emotional level is a little higher for certain games. Playoffs, it's unbelievable, and I was told that, I viewed that, and I know that when you turn it up then, and that's what the Cowboys have turned it up. The ability, talent is there. They believe that they belong here. They've been here a couple of times before, and we all know they know how to get here and how to arrive, and they know by playing the way that they've played before, and that's how they're playing now.
And it looks to me like your recipe hasn't changed much. In fact, I think you've gotten not more predictable. I mean, I think good teams are always simple, and you guys obviously do that because you have talent. But right now, your offensive lines come together. You've adjusted to Kennard in the middle, and then I think with Emmitt Smith running the football, I mean, it looks like your recipe is we're going to run the ball. You know we're going to run the ball. And then when we have to throw, we use Aikman and Novacek and Irvin and get that thing done.
You bet, Matt. You know, you played the game. You understand it. That people, I always get some humor in the fact when I hear someone comment, well, they're so predictable. You know, some of the toughest offenses I've ever seen are the ones that you know what they're going to do, but what can you do about it? They out-execute you. You know their talent level is such. They know you're going to run the ball north and south against you, like we do with Emmitt Smith. Only 3 or 4 plays. It's our bread and butter plays. We'd run the same plays 23 games ago. We're going to run against Pittsburgh Sunday. It's so we are predictable. It's the same pass patterns, the same routes. It's just execution, physical execution, and that's the key. It's not being innovative. Change this, change that. Football is a game of repetition, verbal and physical repetition, and the Cowboys, with the talent level we've had, have been able to be more successful than the rest of them, and that's the key in playing. And I think that we have done an excellent job of keeping within that concept and performing to that.
That's Barry Switzer, the head coach of the Cowboys, and up next you'll hear from Steelers head coach Bill Cowher. We'll be back in just a moment.
So what are you really looking for in a bank? At First State Bank, we think you're looking for full-range service. Service meaning convenience. First State Bank has 12 branches in the Austin area and 18 ATMs. Service meaning a personal banker. One person you go to for every banking need you have. Loans, deposits, questions, answers. Service meaning being able to bank by phone with First Voice or a line of credit attached to your checking account like Quick Cash. Looking for service? First State Bank. We're first because we put you first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
1-800-CALL-ATT presents the $600 lunch.
My beeper buzzes at lunch. Prospective client returning my call. I head for the phone, punch in my card, and hear, card not valid? And by the time I find a phone that takes my card, we're playing phone tag? No sale.
Want all your card calls to always get through? Know the code. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT.
With 1-800-CALL-ATT, you won't lose your lunch over a no-name phone.
That's your true choice. AT&T. Other long-distance company cards excluded.
And from the Valley of the Sun, let's pause 10 seconds for our stations to identify themselves on the CBS Radio Network.
You're listening to Austin's #1 station for news, 590 KLBJ AM, Austin.
Jim Hunter with Matt Millen, Jack Buck, and Hank Stram at Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe as we're getting set for Super Bowl 30 on CBS Radio Sports between the Steelers and the Cowboys. Well, the Steelers today are hoping to return that Vince Lombardi trophy to the AFC, and they're a team that has played very consistent football over the past 3 months. Pittsburgh has won 10 of its last 11 games, but amazingly, this is a team that is still looking for the perfect game. Now, Matt and I spoke with the Steelers head coach Bill Cowher about his Steelers team, a team that maybe doesn't go out there and wow you all the time, but they have a knack of doing whatever they have to do to pull out a victory.
Well, I think that's the most important thing is our football team has learned how to more or less respond and not overreact to situations, but at the same time, we really haven't put together a full game. I mean, we've had games, we've done things well defensively, we've done things well offensively. Probably the one constant has been our kicking game. Our special teams has been very solid all year long, and so I mean this would be a great game, the culminated season that's been somewhat resourceful in many ways, but at the same time we've been playing pretty good football.
Do you look at that as a situation of, gee, I wish we didn't have the breakdowns, or do you look at the other side, well, at least we found a way to get it done?
Oh, I think it's been a lot of positives. I mean, I think you look at it, and our football team, regardless of how this thing unfolds, is going to recognize that, this team can play any type of game. We can play the thing for 60 minutes, and we have found different ways of pulling it out. So there won't be a lack of confidence. There won't be a lack of, overreacting to however the thing unfolds. Hopefully we can jump out on top, but if not, however it needs to be played. If we can keep it close, I like our chances as the game goes on.
Let me ask you this. They run that 34 scheme, and when you watch them offensively, and Kennard in the middle, Steed is a big player in this game, and then Kirkland also inside. So talk about that matchup a little bit.
Well, I think that's true, Matt. I mean, you look at our defensive front really in all. I mean, people have made a lot about their 300-pound offensive linemen, but, our 3 down guys are all 300-plus. Joel Steed is playing very good right now. I mean, he came off a game last week where he was very dominant. Yeah. Levon Kirkland is, a lot like you, a 265-pound inside linebacker. And this guy he can run. I mean, so, I think you got a situation where we got some guys that are athletic, but yet they got good size, and I think we have to create movement because while they're big and they are athletic, with the 34 defense, I think we can create some disruption with movement, and that's what we're going to try to do in this game.
I mean, when you talk about movement, that you're talking a lot about scheme and a lot of the things these guys do, and I would think going into this game that's got to play a big part, especially when it comes to pass protection with Lloyd and Green coming outside. And the other thing you guys do so well is bringing everybody, and that's got to create problems.
Well, I think they've had 2 weeks to work on it, but we do bring our inside guys as much as our outside guys, and then obviously everyone talks about Lloyd and Green, but we try to keep the balance of bringing Kirkland and Chad Brown now. He'll be back in the starting lineup, and he's going to give us a weapon as a rusher. I mean, this guy's a good pass rusher when we bring him inside, so I think, what we've been able to do is, if we can do that, is create situations where if we can stop the running game, keep them guessing about who we're bringing and when we're bringing them from a protection standpoint.
They have some holes defensively. I mean, I don't want to talk about them, but what do I care? Their corner to one safety, and then their inside backer, especially in the run game. But when you guys go to your 4 and 5 receiver packages, they switch up to other packages. So I would think that you'd want to keep them in their base as much as possible to attack them.
Well, we're going to mix that up. I think the one thing we've been able to do all year is kind of mix up our offensive packages between regular people, 2 tights, and then coming in 3 wide receivers, and that's kind of been the one. Some people have stayed regular, some people have gone to sub, and obviously the 4 and 5 wide package has been something that's been really efficient for us. I mean, we're not going to get away from that. Our ability to last the last minutes of the half and of a game in those packages, we have a lot of confidence in it right now. So, if we need to go to that, we're going to be able to go to that. But at the same time, you have to be able to run the football. And I think Leon Lett's the guy you got to take care of on their front. And, we still have that mentality. I mean, even though we've thrown the ball this year, we still have a foundation of being able to run the football.
And in this game, that's probably even more important because over the year, you led the NFL in time of possession. And in this game, that's critical because then you keep them off the field.
And we did, and I think, we did it because of the balance, the ability to throw the ball and run the ball and not feel like you only got one phase of your game that you're relying on. So, we're going to keep the balance in. We're going to try to keep them off balance first and second down, keep them thinking run or pass, and that hopefully can slow down their rush so that they're not teeing off in a must-pass situation. So, I think the time of possession will come down to us converting some third downs and keeping their offense off the field, and that's going to be a big key for us in this game.
That's head coach Bill Cowher. Today it's his Steelers against the Dallas Cowboys. Super Bowl 30 on CBS Radio Sports. There's more to come, but right now let's pause for these words.
Chewer's had some ideas for a better Freedent.
Could you make it softer to chew?
No problem.
What we're going to do here is I'm going to bring you in.
Much longer. Introducing softer chewing, longer lasting, non-stick Freedent.
Hey, this is really softer.
Lots easier to chew.
Howie, remember, I can't see down there.
It keeps going and going.
Now, this is great.
And all you had to do was ask. Try softer chewing, longer lasting.
No, I got to stay by Matt and you.
It's
I got to leave you this way. I'm just so I know.
You know the only thing worse than when your kids get a cold?
I have never been so sick in my whole life.
When your husband gets a cold.
I think it's the plague.
You might like to know that Lysol disinfectant spray may help prevent the spread of colds.
Feel weak.
Lysol kills germs on surfaces, so regular use along with frequent hand washing can help get rid of the germs that can cause colds. But a little cold is no big deal, is it?
This could be a log illness.
Hi, I'm David Orrick, maker of the 8-pound Orrick XL. There are over 1 million of my 8-pound upright shoes in the world's finest hotels, airports, offices, and homes. Now you can try my 8-pound hotel vac in your home, absolutely free, without obligation, for 15 days. Or for a free brochure, call the factory, 1-800-989-4200. Hey, all you have to lose is the hidden dirt your present vacuum leaves behind. Call 1-800-989-4200.
Welcome back to our pregame show, everyone. Super Bowl 30 on CBS Radio Sports. Jim Hunter with Matt Millen. Well, there's no doubt about it. The Cowboys are the best team money can buy. They're referred to as America's team, and they're expected to win today. And running back Emmitt Smith knows for them it is a must-win, so they're going to go out and let it all hang out.
Ain't no need for being conservative. Why come this far if you can't win it? Why come this far if you can't win it? So I think all that we accomplish throughout the season, if we don't win this game, will be a complete failure. I mean, because we worked so hard during the months of July, August, September, October, November, December, and parts of January to get right here where we are right now. And this is our reward. This is what we played the game for, to be right here.
Now, let me ask you about that. Is there any pressure on this team because of the fact that if they don't win this game, their whole season for them will be considered a failure?
Oh, there's always pressure. And most of the pressure is not from the outside, it's from themselves because they've been here before. They understand what it takes. I'll tell you, the Cowboys have a great advantage because they have been here before, and they fully understand that every year there's only one successful team. They know that the winner today had a great year, and the loser you completely forget about.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The Cowboys' confidence is bubbling over, especially with those offensive players. And wide receiver Michael Irvin says, with Troy Aikman back there, quarterback, how can you not be confident?
If anybody ever said, is there any quarterback in the world, if you wanted to make the perfect quarterback, you know how they'll take, I'll take the arm from this guy and the legs from this guy, and I'll take the brain from, I hear people say that I'll take this guy on. The running ability of Steve Young, the brains of Joe Montana. You've heard that. The accuracy of Dan Marino. You take all that. Give me Troy Aikman and I'll beat you. You can put together your perfect quarterback, and I'm telling you, already got him.
They already got him, right?
Well, they have a very good quarterback, obviously, Troy Aikman. But what they also have is a great offensive line. And I'll take on those guys, and I'll, give me Joe Montana and give me Steve Young, and any guy who's capable. And not to diminish what Aikman is, because Aikman, I think, he's special. But that offensive line makes it all happen. They open the holes for Emmitt Smith to run the football, and that creates time later on in their play action to have to throw the football, and they're protecting Aikman, and I think they're the key.
All right, you say Aikman's special, so if the Cowboys win today, it would be their third title in 4 years, and people are starting to talk about Troy Aikman as the quarterback of the 90s and one of those clutch quarterbacks in NFL history, and Aikman was asked about that, if he considers himself up there with the Montanas and the Bradshaws, and he sounded a bit uncomfortable talking about it.
When I'm done playing, I'd like to be able to look back and say maybe I had a small mark in the game of football, but it's not that's not the thing that drives me. If it doesn't happen, or if losing this game keeps me from being seen in a different light from people, then that's the way it is. I'm going to go out and play as hard as I can and want to win as bad as anything, but not because of where it's going to place me in history.
But if he does win today, he will be placed in history.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's already there in history. I think Troy Aikman's a fine quarterback. I mean, I think he's part of the package. I think the fact that he downplays himself and doesn't really care about what people think or where his history, I think that's good. And I think he goes into this game knowing that. And then when his career is finally over, whenever that year is down the line, then I think you can sit back and say Troy Aikman is whatever he is. When you judge his career and then you judge him as a person. But, heck, he has the right approach, and he's right.
All right, now, a key for the Cowboys on the defensive side of the ball is stopping the Steelers' running game. And Matt spoke with Cowboys safety Darren Woodson about the differences between the two running backs the Steelers will throw at them, Bam Morris and Eric Pegram.
One is a slasher, one's a hard-hitting guy, and I think you got to bear down on the run this week. I think that's the most intelligent question I've had this week. All I've been hearing all week is the 5 wide-out sets and all this. The first thing you got to do is stop the run. And I think Bam Morris and Pegram, they're making the things happen, and they're allowing them to get in the 3rd and 2s and then go to the 5 wide-out sets.
I am amazed. You asked the most intelligent question of the week.
Which gives you a little bit of idea how bad the questions must have been this week. He knows exactly. Woodson knows the deal. If you do not take away that running game and you allow them to get going, and even though I think still that the Pittsburgh Steelers have to throw to set up their run, if you let Morris and Pregame get going, it's going to kill you. And Woodson's a really fine player. And I think he's a real big key in that run game because he supports probably the best supporting safety in the league. So I would have to watch him, and as he goes, their secondary goes.
Now, does that help Pittsburgh in the sense that they do rely on the two running backs as opposed to Emmitt Smith is obviously the featured back on the other side, and because they're different in style? I mean, is that something that they can utilize?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think it's tough to zero in on a guy's style. You got Eric Pregame comes in. He's a knuckleball. You never know where the heck the guy's going to be. So he starts inside. He bounces outside. He's got the speed to be able to cut back, and, he's a slashing kind of guy. And then you start to settle in on that style, then here comes Bam Morris, and all he is a punch in the mouth. And he keeps on coming and keeps on coming. And I think, to be honest with you, I think the Steelers' offense is set up best for the running of Bam Morris because they're better in their offensive line when they come straight off the ball.
All right, we're getting set for Super Bowl 30 on CBS Radio Sports. There's more to come, and we'll be back in just a moment.
It's the ultimate Super Bowl party. When it's Super Bowl Sunday, you won't want to be anywhere else but the Pleasure Dome. Sugar's open at noon with a $5 champagne buffet served till 4 and no cover from 4 to 6 on Super Bowl Sunday at Sugar's.
Y'all ready for this?
When the Cowboys win their 5th Super Bowl, you're going to want to be at the right place for the biggest party in Texas history, and Sugar's is it. 10 giant screens, incredible stereo sound, specials from Sugar's Gourmet Kitchen on appetizers, burgers, and New York strip steaks, 2-for-1 dance specials, and the hottest halftime show you'll see anywhere. Nobody parties like Sugar's.
Party at Sugar's. Doing the good times right. Party at Sugar's.
The game may be played in Sun Devil Stadium, but the action is right here in Austin at the Pleasure Dome. Sugar's, where our business is pleasure, across from Highland Mall.
Welcome back to Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, where the Cowboys and Steelers are getting set for Super Bowl 30. The AFC champion Pittsburgh Steelers trying to snap an 11-year AFC losing streak. The last AFC team to win that game, Matt Millen's Raiders. And you told Bill Cowher, please win this game so I could stop talking about that.
Yeah, I'm sick of being a defending champ for all these years. It's about time this AFC team won.
So what's going through the players' minds now? We're getting set for the national anthem. They're getting the field set. The players have been introduced. They're on each sideline. What is it like for the players right now?
This is the worst time of the season right here. You've already come out. You've been waiting all day to get here. Then you finally get here. And then you get your warm-ups through and you're all set and you get the blood flowing. And then they introduce you and they do the clean. They get all that stuff ready and they say, wait, we're going to sing. You don't want to wait and sing. You want to go out there and hit somebody as hard as you can to get all those butterflies and all the jitters out of your system.
And that's what you said. You couldn't wait to get on the field just so you could hit somebody.
Absolutely. You have to get that. And then automatically the jitters and everything leave you.
Well, right now we're going to go down to the field and listen in to the national anthem being sung today by Vanessa Williams.
Who 10 years ago gave their lives in the development of new frontiers.
F-16 jets from the 78th Fighter Squadron at Shaw Air Force Base. The missing man will be flown by Captain Rich Scobie, son of Challenger mission commander Dick Scobie.
So proudly we hailed at the
Vanessa Williams with the national anthem at Super Bowl 30, the military flyover, and always a great scene at the Super Bowl, the way they perform the national anthem. So let's go to the other side now. How can Pittsburgh contain Emmitt Smith? Well, Matt spoke with Steelers linebacker LeVon Kirkland about Kirkland and Chad Brown being the keys to stopping the Cowboys' inside running game.
Well, I think Joe Steed is probably one of the best nose guards in the league. I think me and Chad are very active. And, for the last couple of years, a lot of people don't realize that we've been stopping the run and that we've been very physical, just as any other team has been. And we feel that this is a challenge, and we feel that we just do our jobs and not get, try to overcompensate or try to do more than we have to do, that we're going to be fine. And, they're going to get their yards, but, I assure you that we're going to stuff them sometimes, too.
As a defensive player, it's a simple game. If you take away the run, as good as Troy Aikman is, if you know he's going to pass, you could do some things.
Hey, you're talking about just making him one-dimensional. That's what the Steelers have to do. LeVon Kirkland has a big role today. LeVon Kirkland is one of those players you're going to watch in a couple years, can be an all-pro. He's big. He's powerful. He can run. What he has to do right now is start to believe his eyes, because at this point, he sees things, but he hesitates just a little bit. Today, he's got to go 100 miles an hour into that hole.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The Steelers are certainly loose. Their quarterback, Neil O'Donnell, says he is thrilled with the opportunity about being here, and he's going to go out and enjoy it.
They're a very talented team. I think with such underdogs going in, we're going to play very loose. We're going to throw everything at them. We have nothing to lose. And I think the key to the football game is being in the game in the third quarter. Dallas has the ability to jump on you early and blow you out. So if we're in the game in the third quarter, I really do believe that we could make a run at it. And you know what happens in the fourth quarter. Anything can happen.
Well, that's one of the things that everybody's talking about. If this is only a game after halftime, it almost sounds like we're wishing for that. And I think O'Donnell was the same there.
But Neil O'Donnell understands the way the Steelers play. And they know that the Dallas Cowboys are a better team when they jump up, and then they'll just kill you because they have the killer instinct. So if the Pittsburgh Steelers can come out and they keep it nice and close and they just play their football game and they dictate the pace of the game, they get a shot to win it.
All right, now, if the Steelers win today, it'll be the franchise's 5th Super Bowl title. And remember the T-shirts, one for the thumb? Well, linebacker Kevin Green says, hey, how about one period?
I know that the fans are saying this one for the thumb thing a lot. I don't really pay attention to that one for the thumb thing. We're trying to get one for our hand right now. That one for the thumb would have been for the fellas, back in the 70s that won 4 in the 70s. But we're trying to establish our own personality, our own character. And, what they accomplished back in that day was unbelievable. We're trying to accomplish something now on our own.
Well, that's Kevin Green, and right now referee Red Cashin is escorting the captains out to midfield, where we will have the coin toss for Super Bowl 30. And since this is the anniversary of Super Bowls, number 30, a lot of the MVPs of previous Super Bowls are here as well. Let's listen into the coin toss, and who will get the ball first at Super Bowl 30.
And representing the most valuable players to toss the coin is 3-time Super Bowl MVP quarterback Joe Montana.
Our coin today for the toss is this commemorative coin honoring the Super Bowl 30. The logo for Super Bowl 30 will be tails. The 2 helmets will be heads. Tossing the coin will be Super Bowl MVP Joe Montana. Captain Aikman, please call the toss while Joe throws it in the air. Tails is called. See, which end will you kick from?
Okay, Red Cashin on the field. He forgot to tell us who won the coin toss, but it's the Cowboys. Troy Aikman called tails. It came out tails. And the Cowboys will get the football first. All right, time to make your game pick. Matt Millen, who do you like?
Well, you know, the old adage is the team with the best players wins. And in this game, the Dallas Cowboys have the best players, and I would have to go with the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, let's bring Jack and Hank back in and get their ideas. Hank Stram, who do you like today?
I like the Dallas Cowboys. I think it could be a very good game, but I like Dallas to win because, again, they have too many ways to win.
All right, how about you, Jack Buck?
Close but Dallas, all three of us. How about you, Jim?
All right, I'll tell you what, I'm going with the Steelers. Today is the day the AFC walks out of here with the Vince Lombardi Trophy, and if I'm wrong, it won't be the first time. Jack Buck and Hank Stram. Matt and I will be back at halftime. Among our guests, you'll hear from NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue, a special top 10 list from David Letterman, as well as some other guests visiting in the booth. But right now, it's time for Super Bowl 30 on CBS Radio Sports. The Cowboys and the Steelers, time now for their 16th Super Bowl broadcast together. For all the play-by-play, let's throw it back to the front row. Jack Buck with Hank Stram. Jack?
And thank you, Jim Hunter, along with Matt Millen. Hank, I think both teams prefer the coin toss the way it turned out. Dallas wants the ball. They always do. Pittsburgh would rather play defense on a game like this.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. A good observation, Jack. I think without a doubt, Dallas wants to get the football, make something happen as early as they possibly can.
And so Pittsburgh, which is the home team this afternoon, will be kicking off from our left to our right. And we shall check the deep men for the Cowboys. The Cowboys have had difficulty running the ball back for any distance this year. Their special teams are pretty good, but they're not thrilling, and they hope they are thrilling here this afternoon. Deepest for the Dallas Cowboys is going to be Kevin Williams. And Williams this year has averaged 22 yards plus per kick return, and his longest is 43 yards. And, of course, the kickoff will come from the 30-yard line by Norm Johnson. Johnson has been a very, very good kicker for the Steelers all year. The conditions are ideal unless the playing field gives way later. It's a newly sodded playing field. We have some sun to contend with, but no wind at all.
You know, the Steelers have done a good job of controlling kickoff coverage. They've only let the opposition average 17.5 per return. That's good.
We'll see how this starts. Red Cashin is the referee, and he gives the signal, and there's the boot by Johnson. It will be returned by Kevin Williams from the 11 to the 15 to the 20. Trying to get outside. Rushed out of bounds near the 30 at the 29. Pretty good starting spot for Troy Aikman. And the defensive play by Darren Perry. That's a pretty good starting position for the Cowboys, their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good start. That's a good return, and they got good field position, and let's see how they start the game. Be interesting to see how this Pittsburgh Steelers is going to react and what kind of stunts, what kind of coverage, all those kind of things that'll be uncovered during the course of this game.
What do you think the first play is going to be, folks? It's Derek Kennard out over the ball. Troy Aikman is the quarterback. In the backfield, he has the fullback Darrell Johnston and Emmitt Smith. And two wide receivers to the left side. Fullback goes in motion. Here's a pass play over the middle. Incomplete out around the 35. Intended for Novacek and strongly covered by Pittsburgh. Incomplete on first down. We saw this in the last playoff game against Philadelphia here. The Cowboys, they're a running team, really, but they came out throwing, and they did it again, Hank.
Yes, and I think they figured they would start with something with a high percentage kind of a pass, except there wasn't a high percentage the way they covered it. They're knocked down to 2nd and 10.
Carnell Lake was the defender in the I formation now, and now Johnston goes off on a wing. It's 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys. Under center is Aikman. Back to throw. Looking right over the middle. It's caught this time. Big play. First down for Dallas out near midfield. Slanting on the inside was the wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys on a slant pattern for 20 yards. And they hit it out to the 49-yard line. 2nd and 10 means very little to the Cowboys.
Yeah, they have so much confidence in their passing game. And Troy Aikman loves to throw the ball to
Irvin
consistently. Always look for him. He's the guy that they look to.
It's a first down in the I formation. Let's see if Smith gets it for it now. Sanders is in the lineup. Here's Emmitt Smith breaking it to the 40, 35-30, down to the 28. A big play for Dallas. Two big plays in a row. One on a pass, one on a run, and a first down to the 28. They blew him off, and Darren Perry had to make the tackle. And I tell you, he was in that hole and gone in a flash for 23 yards, Hank.
Oh, it was terrific. Allen, the right guard, pulled and trapped on the linebacker on the outside. Big hole. Nice gain on the play.
To the 29 of Pittsburgh. And a first down again for the Cowboys. Emmitt Smith alone, set back. Here's a give to Smith up the middle. Plowed down now and driven back strongly. After getting to the 26, he got about 3. And it's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Cowboys. I tell you, they can do some things. They can explode. And they're playing under ideal conditions. This time, Joel Steed, the nose tackle, held forth, making it 2nd down and 7 for the Cowboys. Moving from our right to our left. And they have the ball at the 26 of the Steelers here in the opening going.
And I think Steed is a very good match on Kennard. He's a very good player, big, strong guy, 300-pounder.
We played 2 minutes, no score. Johnston in motion. Here's a blitz. Here's Aikman throwing the ball over the middle. Dropped at the 10-yard line. Slanting in and being popped and giving up the ball was Irvin. They called the perfect play against the blitz. Covering was Carnell Lake. He's made 3 big plays already, and it's going to be a 3rd down call for the Cowboys from the 26. Their field goal position at the moment is rather touchy, but it's going to be 3rd and 7.
You know, I think Lake is a better hitter than he is a cover guy. He really got a shot on Irvin on that last play at a slant.
Here's our first big play of the afternoon. Deion Sanders in the lineup. He is far to the right, flanked out. Aikman going back. Here's a reverse coming to the left side, and it's covered, and there's the tackle at about the 25. Tripped up on the reverse, and down goes the ball carrier. Coming off the wide receiver spot was Kevin Williams. He was tackled, and it's 4th down, and the field goal unit comes in. Let's pause 10 seconds for identification on the CBS Radio Network.
You're listening to Austin's #1 station for news, 590 KLBJ AM, Austin.
Chris Bonio is going to try a 42-yard field goal. Kicking from our right to our left, trying to get the first points of Super Bowl 30. There's a snap. There's the kick. It's long enough. And it is good. And the Dallas Cowboys jump on top. They took the opening kickoff and went down for a touchdown. They've played almost 3 minutes. 12:05 left in the first quarter. And the score is 3-0 in favor of the Cowboys. You're listening to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
The first time it happens, you may not notice it. The second time it happens, it may not mean much. But one cold morning, as you sit in your car and watch the inside of the windshield frost up, it dawns on you. It's getting harder and harder to start your engine. And no wonder, as the temperature goes down, the stress on your engine goes up. Because cold weather is bad news for your fuel system. When it's cold, even small deposits in your fuel system can hinder chilled fuel from firing quickly. Soon, you're experiencing hard starts, or maybe no starts. That's why you need Slick 50 Fuel System Formula. Slick 50 Fuel System Formula cleans deposits from tank to tailpipe, injectors, valves, combustion chambers. Slick 50 Fuel System Formula cleans them all in a single application. And all it leaves behind is the optimal environment for quick cold weather starts. Slick 50 Fuel System Formula. Try a bottle and you'll feel the difference, guaranteed. See package for details.
Question. Where can you get a cordless phone on sale? Just about anywhere, right? But where can you get the perfect cordless phone that's exactly right for you and on sale? Radio Shack. Because right now, all of theirs are on sale. Over 15 different models. Single channel, multi-channel, big button, memory, even the new 900 megahertz long range types. Look, if you're going to buy a phone, you might as well get one that rings your bell. Radio Shack. You've got questions? We've got answers.
2 minutes and 55 seconds, and the Cowboys ran 7 plays. And they gained 47 yards and got a 42-yard field goal from Banyol. We'll now kick off from our right to our left. Back to get it is Ernie Mills. Here's the big question, Hank. We know Dallas can score, and they just did. Can Pittsburgh score? That's the question of the day.
Well, you know, a lot of people say the Cowboys slipped a little bit defensively, which they did because of injuries during the course of the season. They're all healthy now. Haley's starting the game. It's going to be a lot tougher for them to run the ball against this defense than it was a month or so ago.
In the 2 playoff games, the Cowboys have allowed only 61 yards rushing per game. And so the Steelers are going to have to do some work. Their deep man is Ernie Mills, standing at his 5, and here's the boot by Bonio. And Mills comes up to take it. And he receives it at the 5, rushes to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25. And Neil O'Donnell will go from there. Here's the other big question. Can Neil O'Donnell maintain his composure and come up with a big game?
Well, the big thing is going to be whether he can acquire it early, right off the bat, start off good. If he starts off good, as we talked earlier, Jack, I think they have some mismatches in favor of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they have to take advantage of that. They still have to run the ball to keep modest and help that pass protection.
The tight end is on the right side, Mark Bruner. Eric Pegram is the setback. O'Donnell is under center and 3 wide receivers. Williams goes in motion. Here's Pegram up the middle for 2, maybe 3. It's only 2 yards from the 25 to the 27, and it's 2nd and 8. O'Donnell is a big quarterback at 6'3", 230. Robert Jones.
Prospective client returning my call. I head for the phone, punching my card, and hear, card not valid? And by the time I find a phone that takes my card, we're playing phone tag? No sale.
Want all your card calls to always get through? Know the code. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT.
With 1-800-CALL-ATT, you won't lose your lunch over a no-name phone.
That's your true choice. AT&T. Other long-distance company cards excluded.
It's the ultimate Super Bowl party. When it's Super Bowl Sunday, you won't want to be anywhere else but the Pleasure Dome. Sugar's open at noon with a $5 champagne buffet served till 4 and no cover from 4 to 6 on Super Bowl Sunday at Sugar's.
Y'all ready for this?
When the Cowboys win their 5th Super Bowl, you're going to want to be at the right place for the biggest party in Texas history, and Sugar's is it. 10 giant screens, incredible stereo sound, specials from Sugar's Gourmet Kitchen on appetizers, burgers, and New York strip steaks, 2-for-1 dance specials, and the hottest halftime show you'll see anywhere. Nobody parties like Sugar.
Party at Sugar. Doing the good time right. Party at Sugar.
The game may be played in Sun Devil Stadium, but the action is right here in Austin at the Pleasure Dome. Sugar's, where our business is pleasure, across from Highland Mall.
Was strange on that 3rd down to see Dallas in a 3-man line.
Yeah, it really was, Jack. They got 8 guys back, so that's the time to run the ball. You know, they needed 30. It was 3rd and 6. They got 5, but with a run, with that 5-on-3 with the offensive lineman, they should have been able to pick up the yardage.
There go the Cowboys from our right to our left at their own 25. And it's the I formation with Johnston and Emmitt Smith. Now Johnston goes on a wing. And it's a 1st down call. Novacek in motion. And Aikman on a give to Smith. Running left, turning the corner, broke a tackle, came to the 30, rushed out of bounds, and taken down at the 31. So Smith picked up 6, and it's 2nd and 4. It's easy to call a play, Hank, when it's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, it really is, and it's easy to call plays when the line is blocking like they're blocking and like they normally block throughout the season. They're a very, very efficient football team, Jack.
Here at the outset, they have started pushing the defense of the Steelers around, and it's 2nd and 4, and I formation again. And the tight end is on the right side. That's Novacek. Here is a give to Smith. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and stood up this time and gained only a yard or 2, bringing about a 3rd and short for the Dallas Cowboys as it came out to the 33, and so it's 3rd and 2. Greg Lloyd made the tackle. Smith has carried 4 times for 33 yards. And during the regular season, he had all of those rushing touchdowns, 25 of them, and 4 in the playoffs so far. 3rd and 2 confronts the Cowboys. They've been a very efficient 3rd down team. 46% of the time, they make a 1st down. Aikman with Smith in the backfield. Novacek in motion. Here's movement and a penalty coming up against the Cowboys. One of their offensive linemen moved as Novacek went in motion. That makes it 3rd and 7. That's a horse of a different color.
It looked like Williams was anxious on the play and jumped offside.
Before the ball was snapped, false start, number 61. 5 yards, still 3rd down.
They call Nate Newton. When he moves, everybody sees him. He's 325.
You can't miss him.
It's 3rd and 7 for the Cowboys. And Rod Woodson comes into the game for the first time. Woodson comes in as the extra defensive back for the Steelers. And Deion Sanders is in the lineup for the Cowboys. And they're using a spread formation. Now Now motion by the tight end. Aikman back to throw. He slips. He's hit. He throws. It's caught. It's a first down across the 35. A good catch. A very good catch was made by Michael Irvin. He puts on a little show, bows to the crowd. The defensive man was just about to get Aikman, who had slipped. He came back up and made the pass complete to Urban. Lake made the tackle, and it's a first down for Dallas. On that 3rd down and 7 play, they picked up 11 out to the 39.
And Lake had him man for man all the way into the inside. We talked about the field being a little soft, Jack, and the quarterback slipped, and so did one of the cover guys.
Another first down for the Cowboys. They're hanging onto the ball, and they lead 3-0. Sanders stays in the lineup. Aikman back to throw on first down. Airs it out for Sanders deep, and he caught it inside the 25, down to the 15, 14-yard line. He had tight one-on-one coverage, but Deion Sanders caught it. But more than that, Hank, it was a perfect pass from Aikman. Perfect.
Perfect, and of course, Williams covering on the play man for man. He's 5'9", Jack. And that makes a difference, too, as far as the leaping ability is concerned.
He certainly didn't have any help, did he?
No, he didn't. He threw it perfectly. Good lead. I tell you, look, he jumped right over the back. It could have been pass interference, really, because he jumped right over him right about the time the ball was coming down.
Now it's at the Pittsburgh 14, and the Cowboys leading 3-0. Trying to strike again. A 47-yard pass play. Here comes Smith. There's a hole. He went to the 10. He went from the 14 to the 10, and it's 2nd and 6. Same old Cowboys. We've seen them a half a dozen times this year. Nothing's different, even though this is the Super Bowl.
And that's the important thing. A lot of people imagine a lot of things that are really non-existent in a big game like this one, the Super Bowl game. You do what you do best. You don't change a lot of things. You just do what you do.
All of this has happened ever since Pittsburgh came up short on 3rd down and had to punt. Now it's 2nd down and 6 for the Cowboys. Emmett Smith still the lone setback. Johnston on a wing comes in motion. Aikman back to throw. Rolls to the right, looking to throw. Still on the run. Still on the run. Runs out of bounds. Lost a couple of yards. He ran out of bounds near the 13. He was trying to get it downfield to Kevin Williams. And Williams kind of tripped and slipped and went down, and there was no one to throw it to. And they count that as a sack as Aikman went out at the 13.
It's amazing that the beautiful day like this, Jack, with no rain, that this field, it is soft. As it is right now, it's going to be a lot worse in the second half.
It is 3rd down and 9 for Dallas. Rod Woodson is back into the lineup defensively. This is the 7th play of the drive. Sanders stays in there for the Cowboys. It is 3rd down and 9. And here is Aikman back to throw. Throwing inside the 5. This one's caught by Novacek. 1st and goal, Dallas. Novacek slanting in, and there is Aikman. Who is the most valuable player on this Dallas team? I think it's Aikman. There's a flag down, and a penalty is going to be against Pittsburgh, apparently. Looked like Kevin Green may have come offside, but the Cowboys will take the play because that was 3rd and 9. And they completed the pass, and Novacek took it down inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Offside.
Wait till you hear Red Cashin say first down.
That penalty is declined.
Here comes.
First down.
Here it comes. First down, says Red Cashin. He should have said 1st and goal. It's at the 3. And these Cowboys are just terrific. Novacek caught it at the 3-yard line.
And he threw the ball exactly where it had to be thrown, right at the numbers. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have not allowed a first-quarter touchdown in the last 7 games.
5:41 left in the first quarter. Cowboys leading 3-0. 1st and goal at the Pittsburgh 3. Tight formation with 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends for the Cowboys. Who do you think is going to get the ball? And it's a pass play by Aikman into the end zone. Touchdown, Novacek. Novacek from Aikman. Aikman is having a sparkling start, and the Cowboys lead it 9-0. Greg Lloyd was trying to stay with the tight end.
Well, of course, he went back to the backside like he was in motion. He was wide open and got the ball to him beautifully. It looked like a reverse kind of thing, and he popped wide open away from the flow of the play.
Well, when you have Emmett Smith in the ball game, everybody looks for the run. The tight end slips off into the flat. Nobody was near him. He caught it to make it 9-0. Don't tell me we're going to have another blowout.
Well, Ernie Sampisi, you got to give him a lot of credit for the plays that he's called so far to take advantage of what he's getting defensively by Pittsburgh.
Extra point try by Munoz. Missed one this year. Not today. It's 10-0. 10-0 in favor of the Cowboys with 5:23 left in the first quarter. And you're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
Hey, I can spot a tough case of athlete's foot from the 50-yard line, or my name isn't Madden. You know what I mean. First you get that itching, then the cracking, and listen to this, even burning. Now that's when you want a medicine that acts tough. That's this. Boom. Tough-actin Tinactin. Clinically proven Tinactin cures even the tough cases of athlete's foot. No wonder it's recommended by pharmacists. Got a tough case of athlete's foot? Get this. Tough-actin Tinactin. Use only as directed.
Well, the Cowboys have converted on third down a couple of times, and they lead it 10-0. We'll be back in a moment.
So what are you really looking for in a bank? At First State Bank, we think you're looking for full-range service. Service meaning convenience. First State Bank has 12 branches in the Austin area and 18 ATMs. Service meaning a personal banker. One person you go to for every banking need you have. Loans, deposits, questions, answers. Service meaning being able to bank by phone with First Voice or a line of credit attached to your checking account like Quick Cash. Looking for service? First State Bank. We're first because we put you first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Monday morning, we announced the winner of our Super Bowl prediction round, where somebody is going to walk away with $100 in cold cash. You want to be sure and be listening, see if you were the winner. Of course, we have news and weather and sports and traffic, and interesting conversation. All of that is going to be happening between 5 and 9 here on 590 KLBJ Radio. I'm Ed Sawson. I hope you'll plan to join us right now, okay? We'll try to get your week off to a good start Monday morning between 5 and 9 on 590 KLBJ Radio.
Stay tuned at the end of the game. We'll tell you about the Tinactin player of the game. Sponsored by Tough Actin Tinactin. Well, the Steelers need a lift, and Ernie Mills is back to get the kickoff from Bonio. 10-0 in favor of the Cowboys with 5:23 remaining in the first quarter. They took the opening kickoff and scored 3. They got the ball back after the Steelers failed to pick up a first down. The touchdown in an 8-play drive that went 75 yards, and they kept the ball for 4.5 minutes.
And the key, Jack, efficiency. Boy, they're efficient.
Here's the boot by Bonio. It's a line drive kick, and Mills rushes to it. He takes it at the 9, to the 10, to the 20, 25. That's it. He's out to the 27. And the first time they got the ball, they had it at the 25. Now it's the 27. And Neil O'Donnell's going to have to get something done, as Charlie Williams made the Dallas tackle. And there's a timeout on the field. We now have 5:15 left in the first quarter. Cowboys are leading 10-0. You're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
I feel like a snack.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes you feel.
With luscious coconut.
Yeah, coconut.
Sometimes you feel like a.
Creamy milk chocolate.
Make mine rich, dark chocolate.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
And crunchy almond.
I don't feel like nuts.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
I feel like an almond joy.
I feel like a mouse.
Almond joy's not nuts. Mouse don't because. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
I'm glad you convinced me.
It wasn't me. It was the music.
New great-tasting orange-flavored Alka-Seltzer Plus. Refreshing new flavor. Same fast relief as original. To soothe your aches. Relieve your runny nose. Free your breathing. Alka-Seltzer Plus Orange works the same. It's just orange. Nothing rushes relief like orange-flavored Alka-Seltzer Plus. Use only as directed.
Sales Brand Central all on sale, audition, take one.
It's Brand Central's all on sale. Save at least 10% on all regular and sale-priced appliances, electronics, and computers, Bose excluded.
Cut. Try it with an accent.
Oui, including top-name brands like GE, Whirlpool, Sony, Packard Bell, and plenty of others.
Cut. How about something a little friendlier?
Sears Brand Central's all on sale. Sale ends January 30th. So come in today and buy a little something for yourself. You deserve it.
Hey, this guy's good.
Troy Aikman is the MVP of this one so far. He's 5 out of 7, and he was 4 out of 4 on that last drive.
Yeah, the other thing about it, Jack, is, Woodson was in on the play. He was covering the tight end man for man, and He was anchored on the right side, came back to the weak side. Woodson got there late. As a result, touchdown, Dallas Cowboys.
And now Neil O'Donnell's going to have to try to match the statistics of Troy Aikman. Out they come. Ernie Mills goes to the left. Thigpen comes to the right with Cordell Stewart. Bruner's the tight end. It's a four-man front for Dallas. And O'Donnell trailing 10-0. Starts Pegram in motion. And he's back to throw. Out in the flat and a bad throw. Incomplete. He really drilled the ball. He tried to get it out to Pegram. That's the way Brett Favre was throwing the ball against the Cowboys 2 weeks ago.
That's the way he started. You're right. I was thinking the same thing as you mentioned it, Jack. Exactly right.
And Stewart stays in the lineup. We're in the first quarter, 5:11 remaining in the period. And the Steelers scrambling already, trying to get their first down of the day.
And Smith was out there in good shape. Coverage on the play.
It's 2nd down and 10 from the 27. And O'Donnell's under center. Back to throw. Hands off on a draw play. And Pegram stumbles and gets out to the 29. He lost his footing a little bit, Hank. And it's already torn up in the area where the Steelers are operating. It's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd down and 7.
They had to redo the field. It's a brand new field, but it's still soft and going to be a lot tougher, as I mentioned, in the second half.
Russell Maryland made the defensive play on Pegram, bringing about 3rd and 7. And it is 4 wide receivers for the Pittsburgh Steelers. O'Donnell's in the shotgun facing a 4-man front. He takes the snap. It's a 4-man rush. Here's the pass. It's thrown. It's caught. That's a first down. Out to the 39. Ernie Mills made a good catch. I've had the impression the past month that these receivers have really helped Neil O'Donnell. He has not had an exquisite game lately. He picked up 11 yards that time.
Yeah, that's what they have to do. They have to throw the ball, Jack, as we talked earlier. He has to throw the ball to establish the run.
Now it's a hurry-up offense and a timeout called by the Cowboys. Well, the Steelers wanted to use a hurry-up. Dallas said, we'll call a timeout, and they do, with 4:06 left in the first quarter. 10-0 is the score. The Cowboys on top. And you're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
Freedent Chewers had some ideas for a better Freedent.
Could you make it softer to chew?
No problem.
Could you make the flavor last longer?
Oh, yeah, much longer. Introducing softer chewing, longer lasting, non-stick Freedent.
Hey, this is really softer.
Lots easier to chew.
And I hope you noticed the flavor.
Oh, it really lasts.
Keeps going and going.
Now, this is great gum.
And all you had to do was ask. Try softer chewing, longer lasting, non-stick Freedent. It's better than ever.
People make a reference, Hank Stram, to Pittsburgh using 5 receivers. They do use 4 wide receivers, and Williams stays in the backfield. He's a good pass catcher also.
Yes, he's a good pass catcher and also a good pass blocker.
It's a first down for the Steelers, their first of the day. It was 3rd and 7, and they converted. And that does keep the Cowboys off the field, and that's certainly what they have to do. Then they went into a hurry-up offense. Ron Earhart calls the play. Now they change personnel, and it's going to be a first down for Pittsburgh. Dermontti Dawson is the center, a very good player. Out come the Steelers.
They got their run defense in. They put the linebackers back in there, Edwards.
And now we have Bam Morris in the lineup. Here's a give to Morris. He bangs it up the middle, comes across the 45 to the 46, tackled by Robert Jones, the middle linebacker. And the Steelers are saying, if only we can do what the Redskins did twice to Cowboys this year.
Yeah, it's a different scene completely, however, because when Washington beat them, they didn't have, I don't think they had Lett, they didn't have Maryland, they didn't have Jones, and they didn't have Haley. It's a big difference.
It's 2nd and 4 for the Steelers. Here is motion by the tight end and a give to Bam Morris. Running left and tackled. Taken down from behind. A very strong tackle by the linebacker Dixon Edwards with help from Charles Haley. They ran at Charles Haley and failed to make a first down on 2nd down, and it's 3rd and 4. Now the people rushing in and out from offense and defense trying to match up personnel. It's fun to watch them, Hank. It's a guessing game.
Well, they took them off. They took the linebackers out, and then they put them back in and had 6 defensive backs. It's a chess game.
It's 3rd and 4 for the Steelers. O'Donnell in the shotgun. He awaits the snap, starts a man in motion, takes the snap. Here's a toss outside. Cordell Stewart comes near midfield, but he didn't get it. There was a toss outside to the wingback, and the receiver, Cordell Stewart, turned upfield. That was on third down, but he was short, apparently, from where we view it, by about a foot. And there's a timeout for a measurement. Hank, as they measure here, and if they fail to make it, I want to say this now. If I were the Steelers, I would gamble. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is the Super Bowl game. They're already trailing 10-0, and you've got to take it to the other guy.
Oh, I don't think, Jack, I don't think there's any question about it. I don't think Pittsburgh's got any question about it. You know, if they're at midfield, and they have to do everything they can to keep the ball away from the Cowboys and make something happen with this game the way it is, they can't.
That's what's going to happen. They're short of a first down.
And they're going to go for it. They got to go.
Bam Morris is in the lineup, stays in the backfield. This quarterback is a big guy, Neil O'Donnell, at 6'3", 230. And it's fourth down and a foot. This is the seventh play of their drive. And we have 2:35 left in the first quarter as the Cowboys lead it 10-0. On fourth down this year, Pittsburgh was 11 out of 20. 11 out of 20. Here's a fourth down play coming up, and that adds to the excitement of the Super Bowl game. Out they come. And Stewart stays in the lineup. Stewart's the quarterback. Bam Moore's the running back. Stewart, a quarterback sneak. He got it. He went left behind the guard, behind Newberry and Dawson, the center, and a first down, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's a good play on the part of Pittsburgh, Jack, and you mentioned it before it happened. And, of course, really and truly, this kind of a game, you got to do it. You got to take a chance. You got to maintain possession of the ball and get back in this game early.
The ball is now resting at the Dallas 49. It's the first time the Steelers have been in Dallas territory, and they trail 10-0. Steelers have the ball with 1:50 left in the quarter. Bam Morris, the fullback. Here's O'Donnell. Rush, steps up and throws down the middle. Wow. He just coughed it up incomplete. He was really rushed, and he was lucky he wasn't sacked. Larry Brown was defending on the play as he tried to get it down the middle to the wide receiver Ernie Mills, and Charles Haley was on top of the quarterback. Matt Millen talked about the fact that Haley, Hank, is one of the few who can get to the quarterback even when he takes the three-step drop.
Well, he's such a quick guy. He has great reactions. It reminds me an awful lot of our great linebacker, Bobby Bell.
Wide receivers to the left for O'Donnell, and they have two running backs now. Ernie Mills in motion on second down. Here's a running play by Bam Morris. Dallas stops that one near the 47 of the Cowboys. He was tackled by Robert Jones. He is a very good middle linebacker.
Yeah, he's very good against the run and very average against the pass. They take him out on passing situations. And again, they're going to try to get on Marion. They're going to try to get on Brown and try to get on Jones when he's in a game.
Here's the 10th play of the drive, and once again, Pittsburgh's confronted with a 3rd and 7. Stewart's in the lineup. He's one of 4 wide receivers. John L. Williams is the fullback. It is 3rd down and 7. O'Donnell has time and steps up and throws. It's caught. First down inside the 40 of Dallas. A good throw and a good catch and a big play by Hastings. He's their very good 3rd down receiver. First down, Pittsburgh, an 11-yard pickup. 10 seconds for identification on the CBS Radio Network.
You're listening to Austin's #1 station for news, 590 KLBJ AM, Austin.
Here's a snap of the ball in a hurry-up offense for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the ball went over the head of O'Donnell. He went back and recovered it at the 49-yard line. Shante Carver was in on top of him, and Pittsburgh was lucky they didn't lose the ball. They lost a lot of yardage. On that bad snap from center, went right over the head of O'Donnell, who was in the shotgun. He was lucky that he got the ball back on the good bounce.
I thought he was going to signal for a fair catch. It looked like a punt coming down there. Was that far over his head?
Lost to the 49-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd and long. 2nd and 22. Shotgun formation again. 4 wide receivers for Neil O'Donnell. 4-man rush. He has time. He throws to the sideline, and it is caught at the 40, but still way short of a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 13 as the pass was complete to Corey Holiday. And he, out of North Carolina, made that play on second down, 3rd and 13.
And Woodson was covering on the play. Strong safety.
There are 2 Woodsons in the game.
Yep.
Woodson, the strong safety for Dallas. And we're coming down here to a 3rd down play. And let's see what's happening. Is that the end of the quarter? It is. That happened fast as the clock continued to run. That's the end of the first quarter. A 3rd down confronting Pittsburgh on our CBS radio broadcast to Super Bowl 30. With the score 10-0 Cowboys. Let's pause for this word.
Listening to football, eh? Well, the world needs spectators, but if you ate your Wheaties, you might be playing football. And now there's a couple of new ways to eat your Wheaties. Honey frosted Wheaties with sweet frosted flakes and crispy Wheaties and raisins, the crunchy raisin cereal. So hop to, grab your Wheaties, any variety, and maybe you'll be in Super Bowl 31 instead of listening to it. After all, they don't call it the breakfast of tired guys in easy chairs, do they?
Wheaties, breakfast of champions.
You hear that?
Big February nights are coming to CBS. 29 big nights. The biggest events of the year. The biggest specials, including the Miss USA pageant. The biggest world premiere miniseries, like The Thornbirds, The Missing Years. The biggest comedy events. The biggest movie events. Plus, the biggest music event. The 38th Annual Grammy Awards. Big February nights on CBS. It doesn't get any bigger than this.
I'm here at Courtyard by Marriott's newest accommodations, about 3,000 stories up.
The captain has informed us you may now unfasten your...
As a Courtyard Club member, you can now receive 1,750 frequent flyer miles on American Airlines, Delta Airlines, or U.S. Air for every 12 nights you stay with us, or choose a free night stay instead. To join, call 833-REWARD for accommodations above and beyond the ordinary. Courtyard, a hotel designed by business travelers.
CBS Radio Sports coverage of Super Bowl 30 is sponsored by Red Roof Inns, by Drix Oral, by the State Farm Insurance Companies, and by AT&T. As we start the second quarter, the Steelers trail 10-0, and they're confronted with 3rd and 13 from the Dallas 39. This is the 13th play of the drive. They've kept the ball more than 5 minutes, and they're 2 out of 4 on 3rd down. In the shotgun is Neil O'Donnell. And he takes the snap. Here's a blitz. He gets away from it. He's on the run, throws on the run, and it's incomplete on 3rd down. The blitzer came right up the middle and chased O'Donnell out of the pocket. And that was Godfrey Miles, and the pass was thrown incomplete. And here comes the punter onto the field.
Good anticipation on the part of Miles also. Comes right up the gut. Nobody touched him. He had to readjust and chase him from the backside, but it threw him off just enough where it was hard to get that pass thrown perfectly down the field.
So the Steelers are punting, and they still haven't scored, and they trail 10-0. Ron Stark is going to kick the ball, and back to get it is Deion Sanders. He's standing at the 10. There's a little pooch kick. Goes over the head of Sanders and bounces into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And the ball goes back to Dallas for the 3rd time. A 39-yard punt. No return. Dallas starts at their 20. They have a 10-0 lead. We are just underway in the second quarter. And you're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
Hi, Martin Mull, illustrating the advantage of Red Roof Inn's dream rates. Say there are 2 people, one staying at Red Roof Inn, the other a more expensive place. Now, one dreams he's light blue, the other that he's dancing with a pelican. Can you tell who's spending more money? Of course not, because no matter what you spend for a night's stay, you sleep through it anyway. So why not call 1-800-THE-ROOF or your travel agent for Red Roof Inn's special low dream rates available through January. That way, no matter what kind of dreams you have, you know you won't pay too much for them.
I am a virus and I'll make you ill.
And a nasty little virus too.
Your throat will rip with pain. Every hack will be in vain.
It's the start of what we hope to do.
Viruses don't like you. Show them no mercy. Take Trixoral Cough Liquid Caps. You can't buy a more powerful liquid cap for long-lasting cough relief. They'll help you feel better longer than Robitussin DM with no messy spoon.
Yeah, no, he's fighting back.
Take Trixoral. Fight harder. Use only as directed.
If you're a working mom, you know how important your income is to your family. But you may not know that it's important to protect that income with life insurance. That's where State Farm agents come in. They have the answers to your questions and a genuine desire to help you with a life insurance plan that can protect your family's future. Talk to a State Farm agent. After all, the idea of protection comes almost as naturally to them as it does to you.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We've only had one penalty in this game thus far. We have 14:47 to play in the half. And the Cowboys go from our left to our right. They're in possession for the third time. Got a field goal the first time, touchdown the next time.
See, one play can make such a dramatic difference in this kind of a game, Jack. The helium ball over the quarterback's head from the spread front. They lost 13 yards, and they were on the plus 39 or 36 yards.
36-yard line.
Yeah, 36 of the Dallas Cowboys. And they wound up in a soup, and they wound up having to punt instead of being in a good position to possibly make some points.
That's correct. It put them in third and 13. They never recovered. Aikman is 5 out of 7. Emmitt Smith, the running back, and a fake to him. Play action and the pass over the middle. That's caught out at the 25 by the big tight end. That's Novacek, tackled by Levon Kirkland. The linebackers are one of the strengths of the Steelers.
Yeah, they really are. And, of course, that time there's a play-action pass with help freeze the linebackers. And, of course, Aikman is always basically looking for Irvin, and he's their primary receiver. But as soon as he's covered, he immediately starts looking for Novacek.
And Novacek has now caught a few. He's been a favorite target also. 2nd down and 5.
Look at all the room on the left
Here's another
side.
pass play by Aikman over the middle, and a diving catch for a first down. Slanting in and catching another ball was Novacek. Comes up limping a little bit, but another first down. That's his 4th catch for 32 yards. He caught a touchdown pass earlier. And the Cowboys are on the move. They're out to their own 38. And Deion Sanders comes into the lineup. Just when things are bad, it gets worse. Here comes Deion Sanders. He goes wide left. And a first down call from his own 38 for Aikman. Johnston, the fullback. And here is Emmitt Smith running with the ball. Tackled at the line of scrimmage. A strong tackle by Carnell Lake. Lake has been a defensive stalwart for the Steelers. Friends, a reminder from the makers of Cepastat. If you have a sore throat, don't settle for any candy-type cough drop. Take Cepastat. It's real medicine for real sore throat pain. Cowboys stop for one of the few times, 2nd and 10.
And Lake, as I mentioned earlier, Jack, he's a better tackler, better force guy than he is a cover guy. He started off as a corner. They moved him to safety. Now he's back to corner.
2nd down, Dallas. Aikman from his own 38, back to throw. No pressure. Now he throws, and it is at midfield and caught. That's a first down. Another first down throw by Aikman, and caught by Irvin. Irvin caught another for 12 yards. He caught that one over Carnell Lake. How do you stop these Cowboys? Man, they are tough to stop. They picked up the blitz, and Aikman made the pass complete.
And Troy Aikman just hung tough in the pocket. Lake is covering man for man. He really had him covered pretty well, but the ball was thrown perfectly again, right at the numbers where he couldn't reach over the top and knock the ball loose.
Aikman now gives to Smith up the middle, looking for a hole. He cruises down to the 45 at Dallas and picked up 5 yards, and Aikman has been terrific. I mean, he is dynamite. Any adjective you want to come up with. He's 8 out of 10 and hit his last 9 passes. The ball's now at the 45 of Pittsburgh, and it's 2nd and 5.
You talk about a quarterback keeping his feet in the fire. He does a fantastic job of that.
Very few mistakes by the Cowboys today. And it's 2nd and 5 with Emmitt Smith in the backfield. And the tight end Novacek goes in motion. Johnston, the fullback. Here is a give to Smith. There's a big hole. Closes quickly, however, and a flag goes down as Smith is tackled at the 41.
Looks like a penalty on Pittsburgh.
We've only had one penalty thus far. That's been accepted. Offside Pittsburgh is a call this time. And it may pick up a first down for the Cowboys to the 40-yard line.
You know, Pittsburgh had some momentum before they threw that shot over the top of the quarterback on the spread formation.
Number 90 on the defense. 5 yards, still 2nd down.
Still second down in inches. Second down and 1, we'll call it. Here in the second quarter, 11:37 remaining in the half. Nate Newton is out of the lineup, and Hageman is in the lineup at left guard for Dallas.
This is a good waste down. Let's see if they try to waste a play and try to get a big play on this play action.
Irvin to the left. Here's a give to the fullback, and Johnson runs for a first down. He ran behind Larry Allen and Eric Williams, and he took it to the 37 of Pittsburgh for a first down, and these Cowboys are cruising again.
And the nice thing about this drive, they're taking a lot of ticks off the clock, which is very, very important to keep that defense of the Pittsburgh Steelers on the sideline and get as many points as they possibly can as early as they can in this game.
Now Newton is back in there. Kennard is the center. Newton and Allen are the guards. 2A and Williams are the tackles, and Novacek is the tight end. Novacek's on the left side. First down call for Aikman. And he's back to throw. Looking, drops it off short, and it is caught by Emmitt Smith. They're catching everything. And he was stopped as he went inside the 35 to the 34, tackled by Kirkland. Little drop pass to the running back.
You know, the great thing about Troy Aikman is that he reads so quickly and reacts so well to what he sees. He gets rid of the ball. The 1, 2, 3, bang, is gone. And there's no way in the world you can get to the quarterback, and they keep moving the chains.
They plant the ball down in Pittsburgh territory at the 34-yard line. And it is second down and 7.
Well, look at all the room on the left side. The flanker on the left side's wide open.
Johnson goes in motion. Here comes Emmitt Smith, bouncing outside and tackled this time after gaining a yard to the 34. He went to the 34.
You know, they're using that old-time crossbuck play, Jack, with a fullback hitting up the middle of left guard, Newton pulling to the right. They've run that many times so far in this game. Been pretty successful with it.
On a third down call, the Steelers put in some added personnel, different personnel. Ron Woodson is in their defensive backfield. This is the 9th play of the Dallas drive. They're at field goal range, long field goal range at the moment. And this is a third down call. Sanders in the lineup. Under center is Aikman. Sanders goes to Novacek in motion, and Aikman rolls right and throws, and it was almost picked off. It's incomplete. Tried to get it to the fullback, Johnston, and the pass was incomplete.
You know, the other nice thing about the...
Or was it was a completion, Hank, to Johnston?
It was a completion, Jack. You just rolled to the right side and got it to Johnson out in the flat.
Now it's going to be fourth down. I thought the pass was going to be intercepted at first. Then I thought it was incomplete, but Johnston held on, and it's going to be a fourth down call here. They're going to measure to see if he made a first down on the reception inside the 30, down near the 27. So everybody's catching the ball, including the fullback.
Well, that's a great thing. They put so much pressure on the defense with such a variety of receivers.
And it's short of a first down. Short by about a foot. And the Cowboys have a choice. They lead 10-0. Aikman has hit 5 different receivers. They're going to run the ball, or go from scrimmage, that is. Put in 2 tight ends, Novacek and Watkins. And they're going to plant the ball down at the 27 of the Steelers, fourth down and 1.
See if they run over the right guard, Allen and Williams on the right side of the offensive line, with Johnson leading the play.
Number 65.
This year, the Cowboys have been successful 8 out of 13 on fourth down. They put in Ron Stone, who is in an eligible position. He is like a third tight end, and the Cowboys need only a foot on fourth down. Let's see how Pittsburgh plays it.
Well, sometimes they give it to Johnson in this situation, but I would give it to Emmitt Smith. Let's see what they do.
They have a 7-man front. Aikman on fourth down. Hands it off to Johnston. He gets a first down to the 24. He followed Kennard, and you can't stop the Cowboys. At least the Steelers can't. To the 24-yard line. Boy, that line really surged, didn't they?
Oh, they got a great push. They got a great push. And Johnson did a good job of reading it. He's up there closer, and that's why he's a good guy to get the ball. Smith is back there 7 yards. Johnson's about 3.5. So he gets to the line of scrimmage a lot quicker. He can hide behind those big offensive linemen.
First down at the 24 of Pittsburgh for Aikman with Smith his tailback. And he's back to throw on first down. Has time and throws inside the 5. Touchdown. And there's a flag. Irvin caught the ball over the coverage of Lake, and a flag came down. Let's see if it's against Pittsburgh or Dallas. It was a 24-yard touchdown throw, but what's the call? Red Cashin is the referee.
Dallas, I think.
We shall wait. It's interference against Dallas, and apparently against Irvin, who pushed off inside the 5. One of the few penalties here in the Super Bowl game.
Irvin uses his hands an awful lot running pattern, Jack. They caught him that time and called him for offensive pass.
Offensive pass interference. Number 88, 10 yards, still first down.
So the line of scrimmage was the 24. They take it back to the 34-yard line. They've held the ball now almost 7 minutes on this drive. The ball's at the 34. And it's 1st and 20 for Aikman. He's under center with Smith in the backfield. And back to throw. Short drop. Quick pass over the middle. Caught for big yards. Inside the 20 down to the 15. Almost enough for a first down. An 18-yard pickup at 2nd and 2. They can't stop Novacek. He is gaining star status here in this Super Bowl game. How in the world do you stop him, Hank?
Well, you can't. Especially with a 3-step drop, no pass or you can't get to the quarterback, and he is so decisive. He plants that right foot, 1, 2, 3, bang, it's gone.
And now the I formation with Smith the tailback, 1st, 2nd down and 2. Here comes Smith up the middle. He got about a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 1. He bounced to the left behind Newton and Kennard. Smith carried the ball. Pittsburgh stopped him. The clock is running. 7:15 left in the half. Cowboys lead 10-0. And they have about a yard to go on 3rd down. They put in Watkins, the second tight end, and Ron Stone.
65.
Who is number 65, playing an eligible position. Line of scrimmage is now the 14, and it's 3rd and 1. Best hope for the Steelers is 1, take the ball away, or 2, make them settle for a field goal try. This is the 13th play of the drive. Tight formation. Novacek in motion. A toss to Smith. He is hit and dropped, and it's 4th down. Well, Pittsburgh finally got into the Dallas backfield with Kirkland, the linebacker, making a big tackle and forcing Dallas to settle for a field goal try at 4th down. He lost a yard. Bonio's been a terrific field goal kicker during the regular season. He was 27 out of 28. And he is now 9 out of 9 in the playoffs. And this will be a 35-yard try.
31 of 32. That's pretty strong, Jack, isn't it?
Novacek holding the ball. The snap is good. The kick is up long enough. And it is 3 more for the Cowboys, who lead it by the score of 13-0. Cowboys have scored on all three of their possessions. All 3 of their possessions. And with 8:03 left in the half, they lead it 13-0. You're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
1-800-CALL-ATT presents the $600 lunch.
My beeper buzzes at lunch. Prospective client returning my call. I head for the phone, punch in my card, and hear, card not valid? And by the time I find a phone that takes my card, we're playing phone tag? No sale.
Want all your card calls to always get through? Know the code. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT.
With 1-800-CALL-ATT, you won't lose your lunch over a no-name phone.
That's your true choice. AT&T. Other long-distance company cards excluded.
Well, the Steelers are going to have to get busy. They're going to get the ball trailing 13-0 with 8:03 left in the half, and we'll be back in a moment.
Announcing what's new from the new Dodge. Like the 96 Dodge Stratus, the car that'll make you question everything you know about sports sedans. Why? Because we did. And then we found the answers. For starters, we included as standard features some consider luxury options, like dual front airbags, air conditioning with front and rear outlets, and an AM/FM stereo cassette. More standard features, in fact, than Ford Contour, Nissan Altima, and Honda Accord. and more passenger room, too. Then we gave Stratus an innovative cab-forward design with sculpted styling you might expect to find on a European sedan. Oh, and at a price around $15,000, we gave the extremely responsive, reliable Stratus one other remarkable feature: value. The 96 Dodge Stratus. We questioned everything, which means there's one place to go for all the answers. See your friendly Dodge dealer. Today, always wear your seatbelt. Base list price excludes tax.
What an impressive team the Cowboys are here today. They lead 13-0. 8 minutes left in the half. A reminder from General Mills. Stay tuned for the Wheaties halftime report with Jim Hunter and Matt Millen. And try the over-the-top taste of whole wheat Wheaties. Kicking off from our left to our right is Bonio. Back to get it, Ernie Mills. And these Steelers need a lift of some sort. Maybe it's forthcoming on this kickoff. There's the boot. It's high and will be returned by Mills from the 10. Up the middle to the 20. There's a hole to the 25. And he's spun around and knocked down at the 32. Kickoff to the 32-yard line for the Steelers, who have been blanked. And the tackler was Robert Bailey, a defensive back for the Cowboys. Timeout on the field. We have 5:52 left in the half. The Cowboys are leading it 13-0. And you're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
You know the only thing worse than when your kids get a cold?
I have never been so sick in my whole life.
When your husband gets a cold.
I think it's the plague.
You might like to know that Lysol disinfectant spray may...
Back in a moment.
It's the ultimate Super Bowl party. When it's Super Bowl Sunday, you won't want to be anywhere else but the Pleasure Dome. Sugar's open at noon with a $5 champagne buffet served till 4 and no cover from 4 to 6 on Super Bowl Sunday at Sugar's.
Y'all ready for this?
When the Cowboys win their 5th Super Bowl, you're going to want to be at the right place for the biggest party in Texas history, and Sugar's is it. 10 giant screens, incredible stereo sound, specials from Sugar's Gourmet Kitchen on appetizers, burgers, and New York strip steaks, 2-for-1 dance specials, and the hottest halftime show you'll see anywhere. Nobody parties like Sugar.
Party is Sugar. Doing the good times right. Party is Sugar.
The game may be played in Sun Devil Stadium, but the action is right here in Austin at the Pleasure Dome. Sugar's, where our business is pleasure, across from Highland Mall.
3 times the Dallas Cowboys have had the ball, and 3 times they've scored. They lead 13-0. They had a 7-play drive, an 8-play drive, and a 14-play drive. Now Pittsburgh, starting from their own 37, going to try to do the same. At the half, Jim Hunter and Matt Millen will visit with the NFL Commissioner, Paul Tagliabue, a special top 10 list from David Letterman, and some other surprises during the intermission. First down, Neil O'Donnell, Morris and Williams in the backfield. On first down, here's O'Donnell back to throw. Steps up and throws over the middle, and incomplete. He had a man wide open, and he threw the ball behind Thigpen. Yancey Thigpen, their leading pass receiver this year, caught 85 passes during the season. That was a poor throw.
Well, I think here again, Haley, you know, he runs outside, rushes outside. That time he rushed inside. He might have got a glimpse of him out of the corner of his eye and threw the ball badly like he did in the last play.
O'Donnell is 4 out of 8. And it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw and a handoff to the running back, Van Morris. He can't do anything. In fact, he lost a yard. He was unable to get on track. He lost 1, and it's going to be 3rd and 11. And Pittsburgh is mired here on offense. They can't move the ball at all.
No, they can't. And, of course, the other thing, Jack, is possession time. Dallas, 16 minutes and 14 seconds. Pittsburgh, 7:54. They haven't had a chance except in the one drive, and then they blew it.
Now Pittsburgh needs 11 yards on 4th down. 4-man front for Dallas. And it's a blitz, an all-out blitz. O'Donnell throws, incomplete. And they are really disrupting the timing of O'Donnell and the Steelers. The Steelers are totally inept on offense here, and they'll have to punt again.
You see O'Donnell flinch when he threw that ball that time, Jack? He knew the blitz was coming. He felt the blitz was coming, and he got rid of the ball and kind of had a hard time and flinched a little bit when he threw the ball.
They were rushing 7 people.
They were coming.
Here's the punt with Deion Sanders, the safety man. Anything could happen here. There's the kick by Ron Stark, and it's not a good one. He goes end over end, however, and Sanders has to let it roll inside the 20. It's touched by Dallas and recovered by who? Pittsburgh, maybe. Touched by Dallas, recovered by somebody. Touched by Dallas, recovered by... We're waiting for the official to tell us. Apparently, Dallas got the ball back inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, they got the ball back, Jack. It's Dallas possession, 1st and 10.
There was a 56-yard punt. It was touched by the Dallas Cowboys. It rolled loose, and the Cowboys apparently got it back. What happened was the Pittsburgh player bumped the Dallas player into the ball, so they gave the ball to Dallas. That's the correct call. Dallas has the ball inside the 15-yard line. This will be their 4th possession. They lead it 13-0. There is a timeout, and you're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
Mr. Frank Sinatra for the United Way.
What is America to me? A name, a map, a flag I see. The children in the playground, the faces that I see. All races and religions. That's America to me.
A special Super Bowl thank you to the NFL, its players, owners, and fans.
The church, the school, the clubhouse, the million lights I see, but especially the people. That's America to me.
A book, and the only grades are for the choice cuts of beef. Grade A. It's Gadsby's Tavern in Alexandria, where the year is always 1770, and the sirloin's always tender. So step back in history, but don't step in without your Visa card, because Gadsby's Tavern is just one of the millions of places that will take Visa, but won't take any card from American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Nothing seems to stop the Cowboys, including field position. They're at their own 14. They've had some long drives. 7 plays, 8 plays, 14 plays, field goal, touchdown, field goal, and they lead it 13-0 with 4:58 remaining in the half. This is their worst starting position. At their own 14, Pittsburgh almost got a break, but the officials got it right. One of their players, Steeler players, so they gave the ball to the Cowboys, rightfully so.
The great thing about Dallas so far, too, you talk about balance, they've run the ball 13 times and passed it 13 times. Exactly what you like.
Here's the I formation with Emmitt Smith, the tailback. And back to throw is Aikman. He slips, he comes up and throws, and it's dropped by Johnston. This field is a little slippery. Darrell Johnston tried to catch that one. It was thrown a little bit too low for him as Aikman slipped on this turf field. Deion Sanders is in their lineup now, and it's 2nd down and 10. Aikman had hit 10 in a row, but he misfired that time. Aikman is 11 out of 14 with 1 drop. 2nd and 10. Pittsburgh needs the ball. They need a turnover. That's what they need to get back into the game. Sanders goes wide to the left.
Look at all the room he's got on the left side, too. Sanders, man, he's got a lot of room.
Here's the running play to Smith. Hit and knocked down for a yard loss. He was tackled at the 13-yard line. Lost 1. Let's pause 10 seconds for identification on the CBS Radio Network. It is 3rd and 10 from their own 14.
I can't understand, Jack. That time Sanders was on the left side. Lake was about 12 to 14 yards off the ball. All he had to do was throw the ball out there to head a big play to 1st down.
It's 3rd and 10 for Aikman and company with Sanders in the lineup.
Now it's bump and run on that left side.
Novacek in motion. Back to throw is Aikman. Over the middle and incomplete. It was tipped and incomplete. And Dallas will punt. Dallas will punt, and the Steelers should get the ball in good field position. Chad Brown made the defensive play, and it's 4th down. That's the first time that Dallas is going to have to punt.
And they should come out of here with good field position, Jack, Pittsburgh, and that might be, the jump start they need to get back into this ball game and do something efficiently offensively, which they haven't done so far.
And their kick return man, Hastings, is dangerous. The punter is John Jett. He stands in his end zone, takes the snap, kicks the ball, and he drives it down inside Pittsburgh territory to the 35. Hastings runs right, gets a block or two, turns up to the 40, broke a tackle, came to the 45, to the 47, and O'Donnell will start from there, trailing 13-0 with 3:52 left in the half. A 51-yard punt, a 12-yard return, the tackle by Dale Halistray, who snapped the ball, and the Steelers in a position to move from their own 47-yard line. Hank, what are they going to do? Continue to try to establish that run? Hasn't worked so far, has it?
No, it hasn't been. If they want to throw the ball, they ought to throw the ball really on first down from play-action passes. Try to hold that defense a little bit to get more time to throw the ball for O'Donnell. He does that well.
They start with the tight end in motion, and a pass out in the flat is incomplete.
Another bad one.
Yes, sir. He's 4 out of 10 now. Another bad throw by O'Donnell, and he certainly does remind us of the fact that he's a good quarterback, but he is throwing the ball like Brett Favre did 2 weeks ago.
Yes, he is. And, of course, the other thing is, it's very obvious. You can tell Troy Aikman with the poise and the confidence and the assurance that he displays here, being in this third Super Bowl, and O'Donnell, first time out, boy, he's sure nervous in the service.
Split backfield with Bam Morris and John L. Williams. Back to throw as O'Donnell has time. Now he's rushed. Now he's hit. Now he throws. And the pass is incomplete. Or is he sacked? He is sacked back inside the 35. Never got rid of the ball, and Haley was on top of him. So an incomplete pass, and now a sack, and 3rd and long. That's the way it's been going. Everything against the Steelers. They need a miracle play of some sort. The line of scrimmage is now the 36.
I tell you, that Haley is a wonder. He is a wonder.
Well, some say he's the best pass rusher in the game. Matt Millen has that opinion. You share that opinion, Hank?
Yeah, well, I don't think there's any question about it. I think most people in the league feel that way about him. He came into the game after missing a lot of games with 10.5 sacks.
3rd and 20, 3-man rush. O'Donnell throws it short. It's caught to the midfield mark and down to the 45. Maybe a first down. Looks like it's short about a foot. Caught by Hastings. Hastings on a pass and catch. A good throw by O'Donnell this time. Looks like it's going to make it 4th and a foot at the 30 or at the 44-yard line of the Cowboys. And the tackle by Brock Marion. Marion's one of those people they've been trying to pick on, Hank, but they finally got to him. Hastings has caught 3 all on 3rd down. He is their 3rd down man. They measure to see if it's a first down. He looks like he's short by a foot from up here. And we're above the clouds here in Tempe. He's short by inches, and it's 4th down. Well, they went for it on 4th down earlier, and they're going to have to do it again. They're at the 44 of Dallas.
No decision on this one. They have to go.
Cordell Stewart comes into the lineup. Let's see how they use him.
They might use him as an option.
And they used him at a quarterback sneak earlier. It is 4th down and inches for the Steelers. They trail 13-0 with 3:04 left in the half. They're moving from our right to our left in the second quarter. They have Jonathan Hayes and Mark Bruner as the 2 tight ends. Bam Morris in the backfield as the running back. And Cordell Stewart, the quarterback. He sneaked it on 4th down earlier.
He likes to run the option here, too. Here's another sneak.
Sneaks it to the right and gets a first down. This time he went to the right behind Stye, Brendan Stye, and a first down for Pittsburgh to the 43 of Dallas. So one of the few first downs for the Steelers today. That's their 4th, and they're still shut out, and the clock is running. 2.5 left in the half. Steelers have all 3 of their timeouts remaining, and Dallas has 2.
And O'Donnell is still 0 for 4.
Under center, we have O'Donnell. Back to throw. Long down the left sideline. And it is incomplete and almost picked off. He tried to get it to Thigpen. And there's good, strong coverage by Deion Sanders. Sanders got a hand up in the air and knocked it down. Little one-on-one over there, but when it's Sanders involved in the one-on-one, it's a different story.
Yeah, but still, I think, Jack, even though it's Sanders, you get a chance for one-on-one. You got to go up on top, try to make the big play. You might get pass interference. You know, he might catch it. A lot of things can happen, but that's the place to throw the ball.
And even if it's knocked down, you get to see Sanders dance, which is worthwhile to some people. It's 2nd down and 10. Thigpen has been shut out. Cordell Stewart still in the lineup. Here's a give to the running back. A big play for Pittsburgh to the 30. That puts them within long field goal range. And a first down on the run by Bam Morris. Really blew it over the right side behind Searcy and Stye with the tight end on that side. A 12-yard pickup, and that's the deepest penetration by Pittsburgh.
And the way Dallas has dominated the game, Jack, with a score like it is, 13-0, Pittsburgh's still very much in the game if they can make something happen here.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. Pittsburgh has the first down. Pittsburgh has the ball at the Dallas 30. Dallas leads it 13-0. And you're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
I'm Matt Millen with NFL Great Defenders, brought to you by the U.S. Army Reserve. John Madden has said that Ronnie Lott knows more about football than any other player in the league, and this former defensive back has the numbers to prove it. He's a 10-time Pro Bowler and is 5th all-time on the NFL's interception list. In '93, Lott surpassed the 1,000 tackle mark of his career. Mix in 4 Super Bowl rings, and you've got the recipe for a sure Hall of Famer. NFL Great Defenders, brought to you by the U.S. Army Reserve.
Thomas DeKaiser, phone clerk and Army reservist.
You get to travel, meet new people. My Army Reserve unit's going to Germany for 2 weeks as part of our annual training.
Jonathan Anderson, chef and Army reservist.
I think employers are impressed when they see the words Army Reserve on your resume. I actually got a civilian job because of my experience in the Army Reserve managing people.
Army Reserve, experience, adventure, and more.
Be all that you can be in the Army Reserve.
For details, call 1-800-USA-ARMY, paid for by the U.S. Army Reserve.
You know the sound of relief for your worst cold symptoms. Now taste the taste. New orange-flavored Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. Great new taste. Same fast relief as original. To soothe your aches. Relieve your runny nose. Free your breathing. Get the sound. Get the taste. Get relief. Nothing rushes relief like new orange-flavored Alka-Seltzer Plus. Use only as directed.
Well, thanks for joining us for this NFL action for the Super Bowl from CBS Radio Sports. Special greetings to all of you listening around the world on Armed Forces Radio, and a special greeting to all of you in Bosnia. We hope that you're comfortable. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast. We have 2 minutes left in the half. Dallas leads it 13-0. First down Pittsburgh going from our right to our left, and they have a first down at the Dallas 30.
You know, the other thing, Jack, on first and 10, Pittsburgh has been terrible. They've averaged 1 yard a shot, whereas Dallas has averaged 9 yards a shot on first and 10.
Mills is to the right. Hastings is in as a wide receiver. O'Donnell hands it off to Bam Morris. There's a pretty good hole, and he picked up about 3 going to the 27. Morris is a big back at 6 feet tall, 235 from Texas Tech. And the Cowboys made the stop at the 27.
This will give them a big boost if they can score some points before the half and go into the halftime locker room and get organized and come back and play a lot better.
And in the half, left in the half, O'Donnell to pass. Throws to the right, and it is dropped. Inside the 25 by the tight end, Hayes. That's a weak department for the Steelers ever since Eric Green left that tight end position with regard to catching the ball.
No, that's exactly right with the tight ends, Jack. That's why they went to their 5 receivers and 4 receivers, because they were concerned about the tight end situation, but now they're trying to establish some kind of a run personality, so they got the tight ends in the game.
And it's 3rd and 7 from the 27, and Williams stays in the lineup. He's a good blocker. Pittsburgh is 2 out of 7.
Now they got
3rd down.
Now they got 4 receivers in the contest.
In the shotgun is O'Donnell. Takes the snap. Steps up and throws inside to the 20. And it's caught. Very close to a first down. Maybe a first down. The 3rd down receiver is Ernie Mills this time. I think he has a first down at the 20. And he does. Mills caught the ball. That was a good throw by O'Donnell. Clock is still running. They stop it now to measure for the first down, and a timeout is called by the Steelers with 1:05 left in the half. So the Steelers have been shut out. They trail 3-0, but with 1:05 left in the half, they have a first down at the Dallas 20, and you're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
You know the only thing worse than when your kids get a cold?
I have never been so sick in my whole life.
When your husband gets a cold.
I think it's the plague.
You might like to know that Lysol disinfectant spray may help prevent the spread of colds.
Feel weak.
Lysol kills germs on surfaces, so regular use along with frequent hand washing can help get rid of the germs that can cause colds. But a little cold is no big deal, is it?
This could be a long illness.
We mentioned our troops in Bosnia a short while ago. There is a group called No Greater Love. They'd like to have you send a Valentine to our troops over there. Here's the address. Mail it to No Greater Love in care of Operation Joint Venture. Here's the post office box, APO AE 09391. If you'd like to send a Valentine to the fellas and the gals in Bosnia, APO AE 09391. And they hope to send 1 million Valentines from No Greater Love to our troops in Bosnia.
You know, Jack, that the last time, anytime they go into a 4 wide receiver set, they got 5-on-5, and they ought to run the ball instead of throw the ball in that situation. They ought to go into it on 1st and 10.
Let's see what they do on first down with Van Morris in the backfield. Motion by Stewart. Back to throw is O'Donnell. And he's chased. He's sacked back at the 30. Well, that's going to hurt their field goal position on another sack, the second of the day by the Cowboys. This time, Chad Hennings, the Air Force veteran, who came in and made the sack, and now they stopped the clock because of the sack with 1 minute left. Now they started again, 55 seconds left in the half. Pittsburgh still has 3 timeouts.
I just can't understand why they don't take advantage of that situation. They take the linebackers out, put the backs in. It's a lot easier to run.
From the 30-yard line, it's second down and long. O'Donnell quickly throws over the middle, and it is caught inside the 25 to the 24. Caught by Hastings, and I don't know why Pittsburgh doesn't use the timeout right here. Now they do. They stop the clock with 27 seconds remaining in the half. 13-0. The Cowboys are leading. Pittsburgh is almost assured of a field goal if they can hold on to it, and they might get more in the final 27 seconds. 13-0 Cowboys. You're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
It's easy to see how quickly your children grow out of clothes, but seeing if your family's outgrown their insurance coverage isn't so clear. That's why State Farm provides a free family insurance checkup. It's an opportunity to sit with your agent so you can ask questions and get answers. Answers that can help make sure your coverage fits your family's needs today. State Farm Family Insurance Checkup. The advice is free. The decisions are yours.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
3rd and 14 confronts the Steelers. They have the ball at the Dallas 24-yard line. And we have less than 30 seconds remaining in the first half. We have 27 seconds remaining. Cowboys scored the first 3 times they had the ball, and they lead 27-0. Pittsburgh has 1 timeout remaining. Dallas has 2. This is the 12th play of the drive for Pittsburgh. They need 13 yards for a first down.
They got five receivers in the game there.
Here's O'Donnell looking and looking, throwing into the end zone. It's caught inside the 10. It'll be first and goal. Hastings caught it at the 6-yard line. And Pittsburgh uses their final timeout with 17 seconds remaining in the half. They have the ball at the Dallas 6. They could get 3. They may get nothing if they mess it up with the clock. That was a 17-yard pickup. It's still 13-0 Dallas with 17 seconds left in the half. And this is Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
Have you tried Wheaties?
In 1924, the world met Wheaties. Sometime later, the world met the Super Bowl. And to celebrate 30 years of Super Bowls, Wheaties has created a special Super Bowl box with MVPs Bart Starr, Terry Bradshaw, and Troy Aikman. They ate their Wheaties. Coincidence? Well, as you ponder this shiny new box, remember, there's a reason they call Wheaties
Breakfast of Champions.
The best breakfast food in the land.
That's right.
First and goal, Pittsburgh. They certainly could make a game out of it with a touchdown. Somewhat of a game out of it. But they have, even with a field goal, but 17 seconds left in the half. And they have no timeouts remaining.
5 receivers again on the outside, one-on-one on the outside.
First and goal from the 6. O'Donnell looks and throws end zone. And it is a touchdown. Touchdown, Pittsburgh, with only 13 seconds left in the half. Thigpen catches his first of the day. And we've got a contest here in Super Bowl 30. It's 13-6. What a throw by O'Donnell. We picked on him earlier, Hank. This one was brilliant.
Well, here again, it was one-on-one, Jack. And I couldn't tell for sure. It looked like it might have been Marion back there. Clever bunt for one.
So the Cowboys now lead it 13-6, and the kicker is Norm Johnson. The punter, Stark, is holding the ball. And we await the snap. It's good. The kick is also good. And the score is 13-7 with few seconds, 13 seconds left in the half. Looks like we have our halftime score. You're listening to Super Bowl 30, CBS Radio Sports.
Some call it La Quinta. Others La Quinta. Hey, we've even heard folks call it La Quinta. But however they say it, more and more people call La Quinta Inn's home out here on the road. Come check out our fresh new style, the bright new look outside, the relaxing feel of our new lobbies, our big, comfortable rooms. And La Quinta's free First Light breakfast is complete with everything, from pastries and muffins to fresh fruit and a choice of cereals.
So take a good long look, you'll see that sign. The head, neck, exit on the right. There's a place to relax, take that load off your back. La Quinta, make yourself at home.
Come check out the
Hurry over into the third quarter, and it's going to be very interesting to see, how well they execute in the third.
Neil O'Donnell started off poorly and then ended up with 9 out of 17. He did get shaken up a few times, but at least he didn't throw the ball to the Cowboys and turn the ball over.
Well, the great thing about it from Pittsburgh's standpoint is the fact that really they're still very much in this game. They were totally dominated in the first part of the game, and now they're back in the contest, and they're very, very lucky to be in this position. They have to take advantage of it.
The Cowboys will kick off from our right to our left. Cowboys are leading 13-7. And back to get it is Ernie Mills, who had a big reception on that last touchdown drive by the Steelers, who will get the ball and then move from our left to our right. Here is the kickoff by Bonio, and it's a squib kick, and let's see where it bounces, and it goes out of bounds. Flag comes down. That means it'll come out to the 40, and right there is a break for the Steelers. They'll start from the 40-yard line.
Off out of bounds. It'll be the receiver's ball at the 40-yard line.
Red Cashin hasn't had many opportunities to say first down.
And that's good.
They're going from our left to our right. Let's see how the Steelers play it. Eric Pegram is in their lineup. Their front line is Armani Dawson, Tom Newberry, Brendan Stye, John Jackson, Leon Searcy. And it is a first down in the I formation with Williams and Van Morris. Here's a give to Van Morris, running right, and nothing doing, no gain at all. Good, strong tackling by the defensive end, Tony Tolbert.
There again, Jack, it's a normal formation. They got a tight end. They got two receivers on the left side of the formation. It's very obvious you're going to run to the tight end side. And again, they make no yardage on the play.
And they put in Cordell Stewart into the Pittsburgh lineup. It is second down and 10. There was absolutely no gain. Stewart goes to the left along with Thigpen. And to the right is Mills. Here's a second down pass by O'Donnell. Out in the flat. It's caught by Van Morris. A good run and a first down. Probably out to midfield. I think he got 10 yards on that pass and run to Van Morris. With Godfrey Miles making the tackle. And O'Donnell was fortunate to get that ball away just in time. Cowboys were about to get him.
And Morris was very fortunate to catch the ball. It was a little low. He made a very good catch of that and protected it very well once he got into traffic.
Morris had a big run on that last touchdown drive by the Steelers.
Now they ought to pump it up right here and throw again right here, Jack.
They're in the I formation from midfield. And here's O'Donnell handing off to Bam Morris. A big hole and a big run inside the 40. Another first down to the 35 and out of bounds. To the 35 of Dallas, and the Steelers are alive. Bam Morris with a big run.
Boy, that was a good, they came off the ball in great shape on that left side.
15 yards on the run by Bam Morris, and he wouldn't be taken down. It took 3 people to finally get him to the deck. After Morris had caught the ball to midfield, he ran the ball down to the Dallas 35.
And Thigpen got a good block downfield.
Another first down by the Steelers. I formation again. And O'Donnell under center hands it off again. Bam Morris is stuffed this time and driven back. He got 1 yard to the 34. They seem to be intent on taking it to the Cowboys. Other teams have done that in the past, but the Cowboys are fit now. They have their top personnel in the lineup.
Yeah, that's very deceptive, as you just mentioned, Jack, because they were running, people were running when they had the 4 guys out of the lineup. Now they got them back in there and healthy. And with Jones at the middle linebacker position, he really fortifies that run situation.
The Steelers are within long field goal range at the moment. They come out with a 3 wide receiver set, and it's 2nd and 9. O'Donnell under center starts his back in motion. He steps up and throws. High, incomplete. He had a good play call to the tight end, Bruner, but he misfired high and away. He had him wide open, Hank. You can't miss him like that in a title game like this.
No, that's right. You get an opportunity. You better take advantage of that opportunity because you don't get that many chances.
Now, what's the call from Ron Earhart going to be on 3rd and 9? This is the first possession of the second half. Pittsburgh is 4 out of 9 on 3rd down. They trail by the score of 13-7. And we have played 3 minutes here in the second half. 5 wide receivers. They're really spread out. O'Donnell's in the shotgun. The blitz is on. O'Donnell throws, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. The blitz got him again. He coughed it up again. He tried to get the ball over the middle to Hastings, his good 3rd down receiver. And this will be a long field goal try, apparently, by Norm Johnson. He tried to get the ball to Hastings, but the ball was poorly thrown as the blitz got on O'Donnell. Now they're going to punt the ball. I thought they were within range for a long-distance field goal at 51 yards. Why they're passing it up, I don't know.
You would think they would have kicked the field goal. At least tried it.
Here's the punt, and it goes into the end zone. That's terrible. Hank, the line of scrimmage was the 34.
Yeah, I can't understand that.
It would have been a 51-yard field goal try. Norm Johnson was 16 out of 16 this year on grass. I don't know why they passed up the field goal opportunity at all. And now, from the 34-yard line, they punt the ball into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. That's crazy. You're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
It gets cold out there on that long, lonesome road. When the day slowly creeps into the night. You want some place that lets you feel like you're at home. You need some place that makes you feel alright. So take a good long look, you'll see that sign. The head, neck, exit on the right. There's a place to relax, take that load off your back. Joaquin Town, make yourself at home.
Come check out the fresh new look of our more than 230 La Quinta Inns nationwide. Call 1-800-531-5900 for La Quinta and make yourself at home.
Hey, I can spot a tough case of athlete's foot from the 50-yard line, or my name isn't Madden. You know what I mean. First you get that itching, then the cracking, and listen to this, even burning. Now that's when you want a medicine that acts tough. That's this. Boom, tough-actin Tinactin. Clinically proven Tinactin cures even the tough cases of athlete's foot. No wonder it's recommended by pharmacists. Got a tough case of athlete's foot? Get this. Tough actin' Tinactin. Use only as directed.
CBS Radio Sports coverage of Super Bowl 30 is sponsored by La Quinta Inns, by Tinactin Athlete's Foot Remedy, by CBS Television, and by Lysol. Well, Norm Johnson's longest field goal this year was 50 yards. That would have been a 51-yard try, but they passed it up and punted the ball. Smith and Johnston in the backfield for the Cowboys from the 20. Johnston in motion, and a give to Smith. Running right, no gain. His feet went out from under him, and he lost a yard. He was hit, and he also slipped. And Kevin Green was in on the tackle, and it's 2nd and 11.
And they wanted to run the ball over the right guard area over Allen. Also was met at the point of attack and no gain on the play.
Maybe that's why they punted, Hank. Perhaps they think they can stop the Cowboys. If they do, they're one of the few teams who have done it this year. Smith has carried 12 times for 39 yards. This is 2nd and 11. Urban is to the right. Kevin Williams to the left. Aikman to throw. No pressure. Over the middle and caught for a first down. Out to the 30, to the 35 with a broken tackle and a first down. Peeling off in the middle of the field was Urban, Michael Irvin, 16 yards. And finally stopped by late. Start.
And look at the pass protection. He stayed right in the pocket. No movement whatsoever from his point. Just stood right there and got rid of the football.
Here's a first down call. And a give to Emmitt Smith running right. Hit from behind, and he lost 3 or 4 yards. Levon Kirkland, was blitzing into the run, and he dropped Emmitt Smith back at the 31. He lost 4.
One thing you like to do with Emmitt Smith is to make him run sideways, Jack, because he doesn't run sideways and outside nearly as well as he does straight ahead. There's an illustration of it. They're taking away the inside, forcing him outside, and he can't get anything done.
2nd down and 14 for the Cowboys. Out they come. Johnston, the fullback, splits to the right. And it is 2nd down and long. Aikman under center. Novacek in motion. And the blitz is on. They pick it up. The pass is thrown, and it's caught for some good yards for the Cowboys by Kevin Williams. He caught the ball out beyond the 35, out to the 38. That was a terrific throw, and that's his first catch for Williams. Aikman, as Hank Stram just said, is hot. Out to the 38.
And they have to throw to Williams more often than they do. That's the first catch for Williams, Jack. He's one-on-one. They double Urban. He's one-on-one. They got to do business out there to him.
And it is Corey Fleming as the additional wide receiver. 3rd and 7 for Dallas. A critical play here in the early going of the second half. Aikman under center. And it is a 3-man rush. Has time and throws. Incomplete. 4th down. No flags, and the Cowboys will have to punt. Well, perhaps that's why they didn't try the field goal earlier, Hank.
Yeah, I guess that's right. But they did a good job of stopping the run.
Buckner was in on the quarterback and made him throw. Brenson Buckner, and now we're going to have a punt by John Jett to Hastings. Hastings is a dangerous punt returner. Has won for a touchdown this year. Jett is kicking from our right to our left, and the Pittsburgh Steelers will get the ball. Well, there's a shanked punt a little bit, and a bad bounce for Dallas, and Pittsburgh will get it in pretty good shape near the 35-yard line. Not a very good punt by John Jett. Pittsburgh gets it for the second time in the second half. We have 9:14 remaining in the third quarter. That was a 26-yard punt. The score is 13-7. Dallas on top by 6. You're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
Based on a true story, a young girl, a married cop, their baby, only she wanted.
City Lab says it's 99.8% you're the father.
So a young mother is murdered. Now the cop, his wife and stepson conspire to get a jury to set him free in a scheme so devious, it just might work.
Our daughter's dead. Where's the reasonable doubt?
Joe Penny.
I never laid a hand on her.
Terry Garr.
What's going on?
In the CBS world premiere movie, Double Jeopardy. Tuesday.
The Steelers trail by 6. They'll start from their own 36. We're in the third quarter. Dallas leading 13-7. Back in a moment.
When you hear the word Cypress, what do you think? Tall,
strong, straight, solid, and no, we're not talking about a tree. We're talking about a company north of Austin in Round Rock that is strong, solid, and on the path that's headed straight for the top. Cypress Semiconductor. Cypress Semiconductor is an international supplier of high-performance integrated circuits. Cypress provides a broad range of products for leading computer, networking, and telecommunications companies worldwide. You might have heard ads for other semiconductor manufacturers riding the elevator to success. Well, why ride elevators when you can be working in the hottest industry today with Cypress Semiconductor? Right now, Cypress has openings for product engineers, device engineers, process integration and project engineers, test engineers, and more. If you have experience in the drive to succeed, stop writing and start winning. Visit us at our website or fax your resume to 512-244-5780. That's 244-5780. Cypress Semiconductor, computing your future one day at a time.
Neil O'Donnell is 10 out of 20, including a 6-yard touchdown pass to Yancey Thigpen with only 13 seconds remaining in the half, putting the Steelers in the game, and they trail 13-7. They have a first down at their own 36, and O'Donnell calls the play. Out they come, and the tight end is Bruner on the left side. Pegram is the running back. Williams is the fullback. Dallas shows the blitz. Here's a run by Pegram, broke a tackle, and he gained about 4 or 5 near the 40. The Dallas defender was busting in there, had a crack at making a tackle in the backfield. That was the linebacker. Linebacker Edwards blitzing in from the left side, but he missed him.
But there again, Jack, you have a slot. Last time they had a slot to the left and ran to the right to the tight end side. This time they had just the opposite situation. Slot to the right, he ran left to the tight end again and didn't make any yardage of the play, so to speak.
Now from the 40 of Pittsburgh, 2nd and 6. Stewart's in the lineup. Cordell Stewart. Under center, it is Neil O'Donnell. And Stewart in motion. A reverse to Stewart running right. He's going to throw a pass. Maybe. No, he's going to run. He broke a tackle. Came to the 45, and he's out of bounds near a first down. I tell you what, there aren't many people who would have got that yardage on that play. A 7-yard pickup by Cordell Stewart on 2nd down. And it is a first down for Pittsburgh. There aren't many, Hank, who would have made anything out of that one.
No, that's right, but he's got good speed and deceptive speed because he's got long legs. Long-legged guy doesn't look like he's moving as fast as he actually is. He's back in the game now at a wide receiver position.
John L. Williams had a big block on that last play. The line of scrimmage for the Steelers is their own 47. Pegram is the running back. First down call for O'Donnell, and a give to Pegram running left, and he had to spin to get a couple out to the 48. To the 48-yard line, and Darren Smith, the linebacker, made the tackle. Steelers haven't broken many big plays, and they trail by 6. Stewart has rushed the ball 4 times for 15 yards. Pegram 5 times, only 11 yards. So Pittsburgh hoped to run the ball much better than that.
That defense of the Dallas Cowboys is really reacting very well and responding very well to what they see and play those formations good.
It's 2nd and 9 for Pittsburgh from their own 48. Motion by Cordell Stewart. Here's a pass play, and it's caught in midfield and then dropped. Dropped by Stewart. He had his hands on it, but dropped it, and it's going to be 3rd and 9. Pass wasn't well thrown. It was a little bit too high. That's the second drop by the Steelers. He could have caught it, but it wasn't the best of thrown passes.
No, that kind of a pass, Jack, when you throw it that short, you got to throw it in stride so he can just catch the ball and run with it. The minute he has to jump or reach back for the ball, it's a trouble play.
Pittsburgh's always been in 3rd and long, and it's 3rd and 9 now. Thigpen goes to the left, Stewart to the right, along with Ernie Mills, and the Steelers need 9 yards. There's a snap to O'Donnell, and the pass, and it's terrible. It's intercepted by Dallas. Back the other way comes Brown. To the 30, to the 25, to the 20. Unbelievable. What a terrible throw by O'Donnell into the arms of Larry Brown, who intercepted against Green Bay, and he returned it 44 yards here tonight. That's the first turnover of the game, and I have to get the expression from Hank Stram to tell me what in the world happened there.
I'd like to know that myself, Jack. I couldn't believe that he threw that ball and was intercepted like it was. I don't think he tried to look off the receiver one bit and threw the ball, and he threw it poorly along with it.
That was terrible. And intercepted by the Cowboys.
Way over the top and right to Brown, like he was the guy that he was throwing a pass to.
Down to the Pittsburgh 19. Brown was the only one there. And he returned it 44 yards. Now Emmitt Smith is in the backfield with Aikman. Aikman to Smith, running fake to Smith. Aikman rolling right, throws, and it is caught inside the 5, and it's first and goal at the 1. Irvin caught the ball as they faked to Smith. Aikman rolled right, and Aikman is the most popular player in this game. He threw a perfect pass for 17 yards to Irvin, a yard and a half away from the end zone. Irvin caught it with Willie Williams covering him.
Well, he had a lot of stuff on that ball, throwing a ball on a run like he did, Jack. It was a beautiful throw by Troy Aikman. I tell you, you talk about an outstanding game. He's playing it so far.
Down to the 2. We'll call it to the 1-yard line. It's a yard and a half away, and I think it's Emmitt Smith time. A yard and a half away, first and goal. Emmitt Smith up the middle, slanting right, and he got to the goal line, but not in. To the goal line, but not in. Now they say a touchdown. A late call on a touchdown by Smith. And the Steelers are arguing about it, but Smith went in for the score from a yard and a half out. A big block by Ron Stone. That changes the scoreboard. It is 19-7 at the moment.
I think what happened, Jack, the ball crossed the plane. It looked like we get... Boy, that was really... I couldn't tell looking at the replay whether he made it or not.
Hank he was on top of a body.
Yeah.
He never touched the ground, and he kept rushing in, and without touching the ground, he reached out and put the ball over the goal line.
The ball crossed the plane, and that's all you have to do.
So here's the extra point try by Bonio, who's missed only one this year. Novacek holds the ball. There's the snap, there's the kick. Another point for the Cowboys, who lead by the score of 20-7 after the turnover, after the interception, and with 8:42 left in the third quarter. The Dallas Cowboys now have the lead of 20-7. And you're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
You're right to be scared of strep throat, and wrong if you think you can spot it by yourself. That takes a doctor. See one if your sore throat persists. But if your sore throat pain is minor, you should still take it seriously. Get Cephastat, the only lozenge with phenol, a true anesthetic that penetrates the nerves to ease the pain. Take your sore throat seriously. Take Cephastat. Use as directed.
An interception by Larry Brown has changed this game around, and the Cowboys lead 20-7. Back in a moment.
Hey, you're not staying at home to watch the big games, are you? Come on out to the Pleasure Dome. Sugar's Austin sports headquarters with the party atmosphere that gets you into the game. Sugar's has more TVs, big stereo sound, the gourmet kitchen, and Austin's most beautiful women. So don't watch the game at home. Head for the Pleasure Dome and be listening for details on the ultimate Super Bowl party at Sugar's, where our business is pleasure, across from Highland Mall.
So what are you really looking for in a bank? At First State Bank, we think you're looking for full-range service. Service meaning convenience. First State Bank has 12 branches in the Austin area and 18 ATMs. Service meaning a personal banker. One person you go to for every banking need you have. Loans, deposits, questions, answers. Service meaning being able to bank by phone with First Voice or a line of credit attached to your checking account like Quick Cash. Looking for service? First State Bank. We're first because we put you first. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
6:42 left in the third quarter. Cowboys leading 20-7. Pittsburgh will get the ball kicked off by Bonio. 10 seconds now for identification on the CBS Radio Network.
You're listening to Austin's #1 station for news, 590 KLBJ AM, Austin.
Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers have been bragging about their offensive line with regard to the run and protection for the quarterback. Not too good. Here's Ernie Mills taking the kickoff at the 8 to the 20, to the 25, and out of bounds at the 26, and there's a late flag thrown. Kickoff went to the 26, and someone will be penalized here. That interception really took the air out of this ballpark. Now let's see what this... Now the Steelers expect to be penalized on the kick return. The flag thrown way away from the play. That's only the fourth penalty of the game, 2 against each team.
During the return, holding number 54 by the receivers, 10 yards, first down at 10. That's a timeout.
That was Jones of the Steelers, and now a timeout. And Pittsburgh is going to be penalized, and they'll start deep in their own territory, trailing by 13. You're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
One phone call can change your life insurance, that is. Call your State Farm agent to make an appointment to review your life insurance coverage, especially if there have been any significant changes, like a new house or another child. Those are strong indicators that your life insurance needs to be updated. And that's what your State Farm agent is there for, to help you find a plan that's right for your family right now.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, Martin Mull with a great reason to take advantage of Red Roof Inn's dream rates. Let's say you have this dream where you're about to eat some birthday cake, but it turns into a snow tire. Now, that dream is bad enough, but paying top dollar to have it, even worse. Which is why you should call 1-800-THE-ROOF and take advantage of Red Roof Inn's special low dream rates, available throughout January. You'll get a clean, comfortable room at an incredibly low rate. And if you have one of those vivid Technicolor dreams, we don't charge extra.
Another great place to use Visa.
There once was a place famous for its southern cooking, then for its great Chinese, and lately for Tex-Mex. It hasn't changed hands, just its menu. It's Seattle's 5 Spot, where every 3 months everything changes except the location. So for something a little different that's always at the same place, go to Queen Anne Avenue North and get out your Visa card. Because the 5 Spot is just one of the millions of places that will take Visa, but won't take any card from American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
At the end of this game, we'll tell you about the Tin-Actin Player of the Game, sponsored by Tough Actin Tin-Actin. In the second half, Neil O'Donnell is 1 out of 5 with an interception. And he starts from his own 15. Hank, we've seen a lot of football games over the years. This is where a team such as Dallas stops them without getting a first down or two, makes them punt, gets the ball in good field position, comes back and scores and blows the game open.
Yeah, that could happen, Jack. Plus the fact that if he tries to throw and get out of the soup here, he might throw another bad ball, and that would really kill him.
It is a first down call. And here's O'Donnell to throw. He sets up. He scrambles to the right. He slides down and loses 4 yards. Dallas had him all faded, and they still put enough pressure on him with a 4-man front to make him run out of the pocket. That's his 3rd sack, and he lost 4.
Yeah, and he's by no means any kind of a great runner. He's not like a Steve Young, who runs the ball so well from the quarterback position. Had no place to run whatsoever.
Well, you can see the Steelers crumbling right here after that interception. It's 2nd and 14. They need a comeback. 4-man front for Dallas. They show the blitz. And it is a blitz. Here's a running play by Van Barnes. He comes out across the 15 to the 17. And Leon let tackle him. It'll be 3rd and long. They ran a draw. They called the right play against the blitz. But now it's 3rd and long from the 18-yard line of Pittsburgh. 3rd down and 7 for the Steelers.
I thought maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line would do a much better job than they've done here this afternoon blocking that Dallas defense, Jack. They haven't done a very good job.
Pittsburgh's 4 out of 11 on 3rd down, and they need 7 yards here. In the shotgun is O'Donnell. Takes the snap, a high snap. Here's the pass. It's caught, and it is a first down. What a good play by the Pittsburgh receiver running with the ball. That was Hastings, their 3rd down receiver. He really worked to get the first down at the 26. That was close. They were blitzing off the corner, coming after the quarterback O'Donnell, but they beat him that time.
But O'Donnell also was very definitive with that throw.
Another hurry-up offense and a draw play. And then a broken tackle, but no gain on the play. John L. Williams carried the ball.
Bates came up there, the safety man, and made the tackle. Got a good hit.
They stay in a hurry-up mode. And it is 2nd down and 10 for the Steelers from their own 26-yard line. They trail by 13. O'Donnell takes the snap. Here's the pass to the sideline. It's caught for good yards out to the 35, making it 3rd down and about 2 as Hastings helped him out That was another tough catch.
Yes, and here again, Jack, now they had 4 wide receivers, and they're starting to move the ball and getting some good timing from this formation.
And
I still think they have to fool them a little bit and run the ball from that wide formation. They haven't done it yet, and they've used it quite often.
On 3rd and 1 from the 35, they put in Pegram. He's the running back. 4-man front for Dallas, a 4-3 defense. Stewart's in the lineup. And O'Donnell starts a man in motion. And here is the running play and a broken tackle and a first down. That one almost backfired on the Steelers, but they did get a first down as Pegram carried the ball, got outside, tackled by Carver. I thought the Steeler man was in motion going forward when the ball was snapped.
I was about to say the same thing, Jack. He was anchored to the left side, motion to the right. I thought he was going forward when the ball was snapped, no question.
And now the line of scrimmage is the 38 of Pittsburgh and a first down. This is the 7th play of their drive. And a first down call by O'Donnell. He's going to put it up as protection and throws, and it's caught behind the 45. Another circus catch, this one by Ernie Mills. He's making stars out of his receivers, Hank. He's throwing it high, low, behind them, in front of them, and they're still catching him.
Yeah, that's right. He's got a variety of pitches, I guarantee you that. And most of them are wild.
Mills out to the 47 of the Steelers. Trying to come back after that interception and the touchdown. And it is 2nd down and a yard and a half. We'll call it 2nd and 2 from the 47.
They're going to run to the tight end to the right side. Let's see if that's right.
Here's a give to Bam Morris on a draw. He's tackled for a loss on 2nd down. Darren Smith came blowing in there from the linebacker spot. Dallas is doing a lot of gambling on defense, Hank.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They're changing up their personality a lot in this game, putting more pressure with linebackers and doing a good job in that particular category. I thought that time they were going to run to the tight end. That was the place to go. But they ran to the open side of the formation, which means he ran away from the tight end side because they had an extra blocker with the tight end on the right side.
It is 3rd down and 2. 2 tight ends and Bam Morris in the lineup. Big play for Pittsburgh. They trail by 13. Long snap count. And here's a give to the Bammer. He is stopped after gaining a yard. It's short of a first down. And unless the Steelers want to gamble, and I have of a mind here, Hank, that they should gamble, it's going to be 4th down and about a yard. They're 2 for 2 on 4th down today. Let's see where they mark the ball. They mark it at the 47. He gained nothing. And it's 4th and 1. They're going to go for it.
I think they have to go for it, Jack. I don't think at this stage of the game they can kick it away and give it back to Dallas. They got to go.
This is the 10th play of the drive. Thigpen goes to the left. And Ernie Mills to the right. 4th and 1.
2 tight ends.
Here's O'Donnell to the running back is stopped. And Dallas is going to take over. Dallas is going to take over on 4th down. And with a lead of 20-7, they might put the Steelers away here.
Well, I tell you, Bam Morris did not hit the hole like you have to hit the hole on a short yardage situation. He was a little tentative coming in there, dancing around a little bit. By the time he got to try to get moving straight ahead again, why he was too late and he got tackled, stuffed right in the hole.
That's the first time they ran on 4th down and didn't use Cordell Stewart. We have a timeout. Cowboys have the ball at the 47 of Pittsburgh. The Steelers are in trouble now. They trail 20-7. Cowboys have the ball. You're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
I'm John Rooney with today's Car Care Quiz, brought to you by Slick 50. How often should you be changing the oil in your car? The answer in a moment.
It doesn't happen in a day or a week. It doesn't even happen in a month. But over time, you can feel it. The power your car used to have isn't there anymore. Little by little, deposits in your fuel system are building up, robbing your car of its original power and performance. That's why you need Slick 50 Fuel System Formula. Ordinary additives in detergent gasolines may clean your injectors, but then, where do the deposits go? Often to some other part of your fuel system. But Slick 50 Fuel System Formula cleans the entire fuel system from tank to tailpipe in a single application. In fact, Slick 50 Fuel System Formula is 10 times more powerful than the leading fuel treatment. The result is more power, more performance, a difference so clear, you'll feel it. Guaranteed. Put back the performance you've been missing with Slick 50 Fuel System Formula.
Ask for Slick 50 products at better retail outlets everywhere.
Most owner's manuals recommend changing oil every 6 months or 7,500 miles. But if your driving entails frequent trips under 5 miles, lots of stop-and-go traffic, trailer towing, or extremely hot or cold temperatures, you should change oil and filter every 3 months or 3,000 miles, whichever comes first. The Car Care Quiz, brought to you by Slick 50.
Dallas has lost one of their defensive linemen, Herman McCormick. A sprained right knee, he'll not return. Hank, instead of trailing 20-7.
Yeah, it's hard to figure out, understand what they're doing and why they're doing it. And, one thing I would be concerned about Dallas, from Dallas' standpoint, they haven't been able to run the ball very efficiently at all. 9 carries for Smith in this second half, no yards.
Let's see what they do from the 47 of Pittsburgh. Aikman starts Williams in motion and gives the ball to Smith. He is tackled in the backfield, then breaks the tackle, and he picked up about 5 yards. Well, there's a killer right there for the Steelers. They had him wrapped up in the backfield, but couldn't get him until Darren Perry pulled him down. At the 42-yard line, he gained 5.
There's a great illustration of him stretching a no-gainer into a 5-yard gain. Great running on the part of Smith.
And it's 2nd down and 5 as a result. We haven't seen Deion Sanders on offense in the second half. You get the feeling that if the Cowboys just hang onto the ball, they're going to crush the Steelers now. Here is a pass play by Aikman, and it is batted down incomplete. Aikman threw, and someone got their hands up. Greg Lloyd got his hands up and knocked the ball down incomplete, 3rd and 5.
The way they're worried about Smith.
Lloyd could have intercepted that ball. He should have.
Well, he should have and could have gone for a touchdown had he intercepted the ball. But I think the way they're stuffing Smith, they got to fake to him and roll out right, roll out left, or throw play-action passes to take advantage of how tight they're playing Emmitt Smith.
It is 3rd down and 4 for the Cowboys at the 41 of the Steelers. Steelers need a big defensive play. It's a 3-man front. And now they blitz. Aikman is back to throw. He throws to the sideline, incomplete. And a very fine defensive play by the defender, Rod Woodson, who's into the game. As they try to get the ball downfield to Irvin. So Woodson makes his presence felt, and the Cowboys will punt. And Pittsburgh would get the ball for the 4th time here in the second half. Back to get it is Hastings. He's standing at his 10. Cowboys are leading by the score of 20-7 with only 41 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. There's the snap to Jet. And his punt. He hung it high, and it sails into the end zone. A valiant effort by the Cowboys to bat it back out. That's a 41-yard punt, but it will come out to the 20, and the Steelers get the ball for the 4th time in the second half, and they haven't scored in this half. They trail 20-7.
That time the Steelers had a good chance to block the kick. The rushers went too far beyond the kicker's foot, and as a result, he got the ball through there. Had they run it about 1.5 yards or a yard in front of the foot, they had a good chance to block that kick.
The Cowboys had a punt blocked 2 weeks ago by Green Bay. Cordell Stewart is in the lineup. O'Donnell's under center, and it's a 1st down call with Sam Morris, the running back.
If they run, they're going to run. No, they're going to throw the ball here.
Here's O'Donnell to the sideline. That's complete beyond the 30. Out to the 32. And a good reception by Ernie Mills. 12-yard pickup. Mills to the 32. Tackled by Marion.
See, that's the first time on 1st down, Jack, that they didn't run the ball to the tight end. That time they had a slot to the left, tight end to the right, receiver on the right, and they threw the ball on 1st and 10 instead of running it to the tight end.
20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. O'Donnell with a 1st down call from his own 32. Going to pass again, hands off on a draw play, and it works well for the Steelers across the 35 to the 37 in a 5-yard pickup, the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 3rd period. They named their first child Henry. They named this one Jack.
How about that? He's going to have to live with that the rest of his life.
And we congratulate them and wish the baby well. And the mother, of course. It's a 2nd and 5 for the Steelers, who are going from our right to our left here in the 4th quarter. They have Cordell Stewart in their lineup. And Stewart comes to a slot left inside a thick pen. Deion Sanders playing the corner against thick pen. On 2nd down, a delay, and the running play by Pittsburgh. 1st down, almost to midfield. Bam Morris on a delay to the 49. A 13-yard pickup and a 1st down. Scott Case made the tackle.
And that's the first time, Jack, they ran a running play to the slot side of the formation or the split inside of the formation. Had a big hole there and picked up nice yardage on the play.
It's a 1st down for the Steelers. They trail 20-7. We have just commenced the 4th quarter. Out they come. Ernie Mills is to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Cordell Stewart in motion. And O'Donnell back to throw. 4-man rush over the middle. Caught and then dropped. It was a big hit at the 40-yard line, forcing the receiver to cough the ball up, and the receiver may not get up. Brock Marion made the hit, and he really peeled the receiver, Ernie Mills, but Mills surprisingly gets up, and they say he caught it. Do they give him a catch? They're talking it over. I think they'll rule this incomplete. The officials are all talking it over. Red Cashin is the referee. And they may give them a catch and then a fumble and then a fumble recovery. Let's see.
Play is ruled as a catch. 1st down.
Oh, it's a 1st down for the Steelers. On the catch by Ernie Mills.
And Tolbert really got a good shot on the quarterback that time, O'Donnell.
And it's a 1st down. They have planted the ball in Dallas territory right at the 35-yard line. That was a 16-yard pickup. So the Steelers are on the move. 1st down at the 35. And another pass by O'Donnell. Looks right, throws left. Pass goes to the 35, 34-yard line in the arms of Bam Morris. We have 13:45 remaining in Super Bowl 30. The Cowboys have the lead, 20-7. Steelers are on the move. And they have the ball now to the 33 of Dallas.
Darren Woodson that time made a good open field tackle.
2nd down and 8. 2nd and 8 for the Steelers.
They had to run that draw play back to the left side to the slot side. They made good yardage on it once before.
Here's O'Donnell setting up to throw. Chased out of the pocket. On the run, he throws. And it is caught inside the 30 by Mills. And a fine throw and catch for the Steelers gives them yardage to the 29. Mills to the 29, making it 3rd down and 4. He's hit his last 7. O'Donnell is hot. The Steelers are confronted with 3rd and 4. They're already within long field goal range. 7 in a row completed by O'Donnell. He lines up in the shotgun formation. He's looking at a blitz. It is a blitz. Here's the pass inside, caught for a 1st down near the 20. Caught by Yancey Thigpen, who has the Pittsburgh touchdown. And the Steelers are certainly on the move. And they give them forward progress to the 21.
Yeah, they're moving around, letting the grass grow, Jack. Now they're doing a good job, and the timing of the passing schemes are very, very good.
Thigpen took it to the 21 of the Dallas Cowboys and a 1st down. Stewart's in the lineup. He's a slot back. Here's O'Donnell flaring it out into the flat, and another good play to the 19 to John L. Williams. They picked up only a couple, but they keep moving the ball. The score is Dallas 20, the Pittsburgh Steelers 7. Hurry up offense, 2nd down and 8 from the 19. Shotgun formation. Blitz is on. O'Donnell throws, and incomplete, and no flag. Incomplete to Stewart down inside the 5. He was covered by Woodson, the safety man. I thought there might have been interference against Woodson with a little push off. It's going to be 3rd and 8. No, the defender didn't touch him, and there's a 3rd down call. Clock is running with 11:43. Now it's stopped. 11:45 remaining in the game. And the Steelers have a third down call, and they use a timeout. Timeout, Pittsburgh. They're trailing by the score of 20-7. And you're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
Wherever you go, all across America, La Quinta Inns are there to make you feel at home.
So take a good long look, you'll see that sign. The head, neck, exit on the right. There's a place to relax, take that load off your back. La Quinta, make yourself at home.
For reservations, call La Quinta, 1-800-531-5900, nationwide.
These are the sounds of the 50 million people with high blood pressure who may have a cough and cold but can't take most cold medicines. If you're one of them, Coracidin hears you. Now there's new Coracidin cough and cold tablets, the only major cough and cold tablet with a decongestant-free formula. The ingredients pharmacists recommend for people like you. So take new Coracidin cough and cold tablets at the very first sign. And for the rest of your family, there's Coracidin D with a decongestant. Use only as directed.
Steve Windingland, electronic technician and Army reservist.
Being a radio repairman in the Army Reserve taught me the skills that got me a well-paying civilian job as an electronic technician.
Mindy Woods, college freshman and Army reservist.
I wasn't mechanically inclined, but I learned how to operate and repair both gas and diesel generators.
Army Reserve, skill training, and more.
Be all that you can be in the Army Reserve.
For details, call 1-800-USA-ARMY, paid for by the U.S. Army Reserve.
From the Cowboy 19, Pittsburgh has a 3rd and 8. We'll pause 10 seconds for identification on the CBS Radio Network.
You're listening to Austin's #1 station for news, 590 KLBJ AM, Austin.
Well, we have one more game after this one. Next Sunday, the AFC-NFC Pro Bowl from Aloha Stadium in Honolulu, 5:45 Eastern.
What about our friend Don Ho?
Are you going to go see him?
Oh, yeah, I'll get a chance to see him. And the Society is 7. They're also a great group in Honolulu.
It is
Like
third
it can be.
and 8 for Pittsburgh. Stewart's in the lineup. He's in a slot. Now he goes in motion. O'Donnell on 3rd down takes the snap. And he is rushed. He is sacked. He is sacked back at the 28. And that puts Pittsburgh in a field goal opportunity. Tony Tolbert was the first to get to him. Nobody could shake loose for the Steelers, and so O'Donnell ate the ball, and it was the proper thing to do, Hank.
Oh, the only thing he could do, really, and Tolbert really has had a very outstanding year. I think he's grown and developed into a very fine defensive end this past season, and came into the game with 5.5 sacks.
Another sack for the Cowboys today is their 4th, and here is a 46-yard field goal try by Norm Johnson. 46-yard attempt. Good snap and a long kick. And it is good. And the Steelers get 3 and trail 20-10. The Steelers are behind by 10 with 11:20 left in the game. 11:20 remaining in Super Bowl 30. And you're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
You know the only thing worse than when your kids get a cold?
I have never been so sick in my whole life.
When your husband gets a cold.
I think it's the plague.
You might like to know that Lysol disinfectant spray may help prevent the spread of colds.
Feel weak.
Lysol kills germs on surfaces, so regular use along with frequent hand washing can help get rid of the germs that can cause colds. But a little cold is no big deal, is it?
This could be a long illness.
We have 11:20 left in the game. The Cowboys would get the ball. They lead the Steelers by 10, 20-10. Back in a moment.
There are times when the sun shines just so on incandescent apples. The cinnamon curbsides make an austere cantaloupe of unmistakable glamour.
Shopping for a cell phone. Then you probably know that some cellular companies are about as easy to understand as this nitwit.
Ah, the call of untold balloons knowing nothing can tickle the forks of spring.
Uh-huh. At GTE MobileNet, we don't trick you with doublespeak or confusing calling areas like the other guys. Our advantage is clear. Only GTE MobileNet gives you and every customer 100,000 square miles with no long-distance charges. Texas' biggest calling area, no long-distance charges, and you know what that means.
Crunchy peanut butter rosebud crackers.
Yeah, exactly. Big savings. So stop by or call 1-800-800-4GTE today.
Sign an annual contract and get 120 minutes of bonus airtime and no activation fee, plus a Nokia 100 cellular phone for just $19. A $200 value, only at GTE MobileNet. Early termination fee and other conditions apply.
With 11:20 left in the game, Norm Johnson had just booted a 46-yard field goal. We'll kick it off to Kevin Williams. Dallas leading 20-10. Big difference in this game. The only turnover, an interception by the Dallas Cowboys. And the Cowboys have sacked the quarterback 4 times. Meanwhile, Aikman has been sacked only once.
You talked about Norm Johnson just a moment ago, Jack. You know, he normally is a dome kicker, field goal wise. On grass this year, however, he's made 17 for 17. Boy, that's strong.
Now he boots it off. In an onside kick, and it's picked up by the Steelers. The Steelers have the ball on the onside kick. And they have the ball out of bounds inside the Dallas territory. It was Deon Figures. He caught the ball on the run. That might change Super Bowl 30, folks. That was some play. An onside kick, kicking to the sidelines. Deon Figures picked it up on the dead run. And where did he go out of bounds? In Dallas territory. Where did he go out of bounds? Let's see. They're going to put the ball down at the Pittsburgh 47-yard line. The onside kick. And here come the Steelers from their own 47. What a surprise that was. That's the best start of the night from their own 47. O'Donnell with a pass. Out into the flat. And that's down to the 40-yard line. And a first down on a throw to Andre Hastings. A 13-yard pickup on the pass to Hastings. And a first down. Hurry-up offense for Pittsburgh. They're at the Dallas 40, trailing by 10. O'Donnell to throw. Long over the middle. This one's caught at the 30. Another first down. Down to the 29. This one by Ernie Mills. Now, that was Hastings again. And they stay in the hurry-up offense.
I'm going to tell you something. O'Donnell is getting hot, Jack.
Hastings took it down to the 29 and a first down.
He goes back in that pocket with a lot more confidence, like he's going to complete every pass.
Here's another pass play to the right side. That's caught at the 22-yard line of Dallas. And it'll be 2nd and 3.
He's matriculating the ball down there now, Jack. I tell you that.
Now we have a player shaken up, however. That's Ernie Mills, who caught the ball. Caught the ball at the 22 of the Cowboys. The onside kick woke everybody up and shook everybody up. Now we're going to have a timeout as they tend to Ernie Mills, who was tackled by Larry Brown at the 22 of Dallas. It's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Steelers. If they get in for a touchdown, Hank, we're going to have some game, aren't we?
Oh, it's going to be terrific. It's getting better and better as we go along here.
Ernie Mills was tackled by the cornerback, Larry Brown. He's shaken up, and there is a timeout. We have 10-15 left in the game. Cowboys are leading 20-10, but the Steelers are beginning to roll again and make some noise. You're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
New great-tasting orange-flavored Alka-Seltzer Plus. Refreshing new flavor. Same fast relief as original to soothe your aches, relieve your runny nose, free your breathing. Alka-Seltzer Plus Orange works the same. It's just orange. Nothing rushes relief like orange-flavored Alka-Seltzer Plus. Use only as directed.
Well, since the interception, Neil O'Donnell is 12 out of 13. That's why we have a different game. Ernie Mills, up on his feet, walks off the field. We'll be back in a moment.
So what are you really looking for in a bank? At First State Bank, we think you're looking for full-range service. Service meaning convenience. First State Bank has 12 branches in the Austin area and 18 ATMs. Service meaning a personal banker. One person you go to for every banking need you have. Loans, deposits, questions, answers. Service meaning being able to bank by phone with First Voice or a line of credit attached to your checking account like Quick Cash. Looking for service?
First State Bank. We're first because we put you first. Member FDIC, equal housing limit.
590 KLBJ Radio. Hi, this is Tom King, host of Compy Talk, a highly entertaining, non-technical show focused on the issues and personalities of the computer age. Join me every Saturday from noon to 2 and Sunday nights from 8 to 10 for Compy Talk. You'll hear the very top people in the computer business, and we'll have tons of fun. That's Compy Talk, Saturdays noon and Sundays 8 to 10 p.m. on 590 KLBJ Radio.
10:16 left in this game. Friends, a reminder from General Mills. When you're thinking about breakfast tomorrow morning, don't forget to try the over-the-top taste of whole wheat Wheaties. 10:16 left in the game. Dallas leading 20-10. Pittsburgh has the ball at the Dallas 22, and it's second down and 2. They use 2 tight ends, and they have Bam Morris in the backfield. Motion by 1 tight end, that's Bruner, and a give to Morris. That's a first down plunge right up the middle to the 17.
The left guard pull and went through the hole on the play, Jack. The other thing that's interesting about the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're the highest scoring team in the National Football League in the fourth quarter. They've scored 135 points in the fourth quarter.
That may be a tribute to the conditioning that they're in. Cordell Stewart comes back into the lineup, first down at the 17. That was the first onside kick they tried all year. They certainly made it work. Here's a first down call for O'Donnell.
Look at all the room on the right side of the receiver on the right side.
Here's a blitz. O'Donnell throws. It's caught inside the 15. And Morris is out of bounds at the 12. He picked up 5.
That was the spot to throw. It was vulnerable. One-on-one on the outside, and a linebacker had to pick up the back of the flat.
Morris carried down to the 12 after catching the ball. And it is second down and 5. Pittsburgh had a field goal a while ago, then tried an onside kick and made it work. Now let's see what they do. They have wide receivers, left and right. And it is Bam Morris in the backfield with Williams. Here's a pass play by O'Donnell, looking and throwing. And it is caught inside the 10. First and goal. First and goal. This one to Thigpen. He caught the ball peeling inside. And it's a first and goal at the 5-yard line.
They're hot, Jack. They're getting hot.
Thigpen to the 5. And a first down for the Steelers. As Neil O'Donnell has taken them down the field after they recovered the onside kick at their own 47. Hayes is out, and Bruner is the tight end. High formation with Bam Morris.
One-on-one on the right side. They got it. Oh.
Here's a give to Bam Morris. He's down to about the 2. Bam Morris straight ahead to the 2 with 8 minutes left in the game. And Dallas leading 20-10. Pittsburgh brags about their offensive line. It's Dawson, Newberry, Sty, Searcy, and Jackson. Tight end is Bruner, the rookie from Washington. Parrish is in the lineup now at the left tackle spot. And it is second down and goal to go from the 2-yard line. This is the 8th play of the drive. 7.5 left in the game. High formation. Here's a give to Bam Morris. He is hit. He drives. Touchdown. Did he get in? They don't give it to him. I thought he had gotten over the goal line, but he did not. Bam Morris was knocked back. And the fans down in the end zone area thought he got in.
Yeah, the ball didn't cross the plane, Jack. It looked like he was going to get enough push to get the ball in there, but he didn't get it in.
Somebody really stiffed him right at the end. Now they show a replay of it. I don't know if he got in or not. We'll leave it to the officials. Tolbert gave the strongest push defensively. And it's third and goal. This is a big play for the Steelers. It'll determine whether it's a touchdown or a field goal if they hang on to the ball. High formation. Here is a give to Morris. Touchdown! He rolled out right and scored the touchdown for the Steelers to make the score 20-16 with the extra point try coming. And we have 6:36 remaining in the game. 6:36 remaining in the game. The onside kick results in a touchdown for the Steelers. Some call, Hank.
Oh, it's a great call. And the bounce was even greater.
And a 1-yard run now by Bam Morris for the touchdown. Extra point try forthcoming from Johnson, who hasn't missed an extra point all year. We await the snap. The punter will hold the ball. That's Stark. There's the kick. And the kick is good. The Steelers trail by 3 with 6:36 remaining. It's 20-17. And Super Bowl 30 is perking here in Tempe, Arizona. You're listening to Super Bowl 30 on CBS Radio Sports.
1-800-CALL-ATT presents the $600 lunch.
My beeper buzzes at lunch. Prospective client returning my call. I head for the phone, punching my card, and hear, card not valid? And by the time I find a phone that takes my card, we're playing phone tag? No sale.
Want all your card calls to always get through? Know the code. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT.
With 1-800-CALL-ATT, you won't lose your lunch over a no-name phone.
That's your true choice. AT&T. Other long-distance company cards excluded.
Freedent Chewers had some ideas for a better Freedent.
Could you make it softer to chew?
No problem. Could you make the flavor last longer? Oh, yeah, much longer. Introducing softer chewing, longer lasting, non-stick Freedent.
Hey, this is really softer.
Lots easier to chew. And I hope you noticed the flavor.
Oh, it really lasts.
Keeps going and going.
Well, now this is great gum.
And all you had to do was ask. Try softer chewing, longer lasting, non-stick Freedent. It's better than ever.
Bad news for Pittsburgh. Their wide receiver and kickoff return man, Ernie Mills, is out of the game for the sprained right knee. With the score, 20-17, and 6:36 left in the game. Norm Johnson will kick off from our right to our left, and Kevin Williams is deepest for the Dallas Cowboys. He's back there along with Brock Merriam. And we await the kick with 6.5 left. There's the boot, and he kicks it deep. And it's taken by Williams. Now he fumbles it, picks it back up at the 10. He races to the 12, tries to go back, and he's tackled at the 11. And the momentum is swung over to the Steelers. Kickoff goes only to the 11-yard line for Dallas.
In the second half, Jack, offense Dallas, 42 yards, and Pittsburgh, 177. The tide of this game has changed dramatically, and I think really, they don't do something on this drive, they're going to be in trouble.
And Aikman starts from his own 11, 12-yard line. That's where they mark it down at the 12. Cowboys lead by only 3. 6:24 remaining in the game. High formation with Emmitt Smith. A motion by the fullback Johnston. And a pass play by Aikman on first down over the middle, wide open, and a first down catch and a big play. Tackled down at the 35. Kevin Williams caught it. His only second reception and a 22-yard pickup out to the 35. These Cowboys can peel you off, can't they?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, the great thing about it is they've got great confidence in what they do and how they do it. That ball, again, was thrown perfectly right between the 8 and the 5. That's where it's got to be thrown. Any other place would have been an incompleted pass or a tip pass or possibly an interception.
5:50 left in the game. First down Dallas at their own 34, 35, 34-yard line. Here's a delay to Smith. There's a hole, and he gets only a yard. He was stopped abruptly as Smith carried the ball and ran into Kirkland, the inside linebacker for the Steelers, and it's second down and 9 from the 35 for the Dallas Cowboys.
The one thing that's made it a problem for the Dallas Cowboys, they haven't been able to use their best weapon, and that's Smith. Emmitt Smith has not been able to do anything at all since the early part of the game.
He has rushed 16 times for 44 yards from their own 35. It's second and 10 for the Cowboys. They lead by 3. Smith in the backfield. Motion by the fullback. Aikman's going to put it up. He is sacked and knocked down at the 25. Pittsburgh blitzes, sacks him for the second time. They've got the Cowboys reeling. That was Kirkland. Hank, if I'm looking at a valuable player, I'm looking at Kirkland, Levon Kirkland, the inside linebacker.
Yeah, he's played a tremendous game. Just been a tremendous game, and I think Matt Millen mentioned early before the game, what a great player he was, and what a great future he has in the National Football League.
Sacked back at the 27-yard line, and as a result, it's third and 17 for the Cowboys. They have 3 wide receivers. Pittsburgh shows the blitz. They're not blitzing. And Aikman throws it long down the middle. Incomplete. Is there a flag? No. And the intended receiver, Williams, comes up howling. Dallas will have to punt. Williams fell to the deck. He thought he was knocked down and interfered with. Dallas has missed their last 6 third-down opportunities. And here's a punt back to Pittsburgh with 4:26 left in the game.
Lake, he was squeaking about the fact Lake knocked him down, just pushed him down while the ball was in the air, and the official never even saw it.
So it was interference, right? It looked like a premiere.
It was definitely pass interference.
Here's Hastings waiting for the punt. Jet hung up a good one. Hastings took it at the 25, returns to the 30, returns to the 32. So the Steelers trailing by 3, almost broke that punt. A 48-yard punt, a 7-yard return. There have been very few penalties and very few turnovers in this game. Only the 1 turnover. Steelers have the ball. They trail by 3. How much time is left? You want to know? 4:15 remaining. 4:15 remaining. Dallas leading 20-17. This is Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
The Rolling Stones. Stripped. Out now.
This broadcast of Super Bowl 30 takes us to the end of the NFL season. It's the 54th broadcast for CBS Radio Sports of a football game in the NFL this year. We have one more to go next week in the Pro Bowl in Honolulu. While we have a moment, thanks to those who have helped make this broadcast season possible. At our New York Center, the technicians, Art Starr, Kevin Whitfield, Roger Hirsch, Steve Saviette, Don Young, and Henry Lenz. Broadcast operations, Beth Robinson, Bruce Berenson, Andy Vallon, Frank Lanzik, Kevin Burke, and Carrie Ann Sullivan. Sales service, Susan Maricondo, Pam Thomas, Terry O'Connor, Jocelyn Brown, and Georgia Herlick. Sports broadcast, Tommy Teig, Bob Greenberg, and Jim Steig at CBS Programming, and Salcido, Donald Zelazny, and David Kerman. The executive producer of CBS Radio Sports is Frank Murphy. Vice President and General Manager of CBS Radio Sports, Bob Kipperman. Anna Salcido also in that mix. And these people have really helped us throughout the year. We have 4:15 remaining here in Super Bowl 30. And the Steelers are hot. Neil O'Donnell has had a hot hand on the last drive for a score, as he did just before the half.
And you have to give the coaching staff of the Pittsburgh Steelers an awful lot of credit for staying with O'Donnell. You know, good quarterbacks, they might have a bad quarter, 2 quarters. They don't have 4 bad quarters.
From the shotgun, O'Donnell. He is rushed. He's chased. He throws. It's caught, then dropped. Dropped out near the 40. Trying to turn around and go with the ball was Andre Hastings. Pass is incomplete. We'll mention it again that the Steelers are without Ernie Mills, out with a knee injury. That ball should have been caught by Pittsburgh.
They got to get more pressure on the quarterback, Jack. They were close that time, but they got to get more pressure on him.
That's the 4th pass dropped, thrown by O'Donnell, and it's 2nd and 10. 4-man front for the Cowboys. They're showing the blitz. The blitz is on. O'Donnell throws. It's intercepted, and here's a touchdown for Dallas. Intercepted by Brown, and he got into the end zone, did he not? No, out of bounds. Out of bounds at the 6. A 31-yard return on another terrible throw by O'Donnell. He threw 2 tonight right into the arms of Larry Brown. Brown returned this one to the 6-yard line with 4:01 left in the game. So the Cowboys will be adding to their 20-17 lead, perhaps, as Larry Brown was chased out of bounds. Looked like he was going to score a touchdown, but he doesn't have that flyer speed, does he, Hank?
No, he doesn't, but he's been at the right place at the right time here this afternoon. He's a guy, one of the guys they're going to pick on, and they try to pick on him, and both times, 2 of the times, while he comes back with big plays and interceptions.
Brown took the ball down to the 6 of the Steelers with 4:01 left in the game. Emmitt Smith is the tailback. They give it to Smith. He is hit at the 5. He plunges to the 4, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He was tackled by Steed. Well, the Steelers were in a spot to just go down the field. Here's a timeout called, stopping the clock. Timeout called by the Steelers with 3:47 left in the game, and they have one timeout remaining. The blitz has really shaken up Neil O'Donnell here tonight with all of the good things he did, Hank. He really got flustered in the face of the blitz and threw 2 interceptions.
Well, consistently during the course of the evening, when he had pressure on him, he just lost his poise, Jack, and didn't look comfortable at all. That's why I mentioned a moment ago that they've got to put more pressure on him. And when that was the case, well, he looked like a different quarterback.
I bet Larry Brown couldn't believe the 2 passes that were thrown right into his belly. And there was a wide open receiver, by the way, when O'Donnell threw the interception.
Well, I tell you what happened. O'Donnell was expecting the receiver to curl inside. And then he made an inside move and then went deep. He thought he was coming inside like he started to do, but went up the field and threw it to Brown. That's what happened on the interception.
And now the ball rests inside the 5-yard line. And it is 2nd and goal for Dallas as they're about to cement their lead. Actually, they're closer to the 3 than they are to the 4. And it's 2nd and goal from there. Emmett Smith has a touchdown. Novacek has a touchdown. And the 2 field goals by Bonio. The onside kick, by the way, which changed the game around momentarily for Pittsburgh, was the 4th successful onside kick in Super Bowl history. In the I formation, Aikman gives the ball to Smith. He is hit at the 1, but goes over. Another touchdown for Smith and the Cowboys. And they lead it 26-17. 26-17 with 3:43 remaining in the game. It doesn't take them long to get into the end zone when you hand the ball to them, does it?
No, it doesn't.
3:43 remaining as Smith went over from 3 yards out. Earlier, his touchdown was from 1 yard away. So only a 2-play drive covering the 6 yards after the interception by Larry Brown and the extra point try forthcoming by Bonio trying to make it a 10-point lead. Things could still happen in this game with 3:43 remaining. There's the snap and the kick. And the Cowboys lead by 10. 27-17. Well, Pittsburgh is going to lament this one, Hank, if they don't win it because of those 2 absurd plays, those 2 interceptions by Brown thrown by O'Donnell.
If they lose the game, Jack, or they really, this is the thing that hurts you more than anything. You don't want to lose a game. If you get beat, that's something else. But when you lose, that means you gave the game away, and that's what happened here this afternoon if Dallas winds up winning this game.
Dallas intercepted the only 2 turnovers of the game. Larry Brown was the man both times, and the 14 points resulted right off of those turnovers, 2 touchdowns. Let's pause 10 seconds for identification on the CBS Radio Network.
You're listening to Austin's #1 station for news, 590 KLBJ AM, Austin.
Well, Pittsburgh still has a chance, but only a chance. They are trailing by 10, 27-17. And ordinarily Ernie Mills is a kickoff man, but now Yancey Thigpen will be back standing at his 5. They need a startling return here to thrust them back into the game. 3:43 remaining, and the Cowboys lead it by the score of 27-17. And there's the boot by Bonio, and Thigpen rushes to it and takes it on the 8, returns to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. He's out to the 24, and that's it for the Steelers with 3:33 left in the game. And Neil O'Donnell comes back in. We'll give you Neil O'Donnell's total figures. They do include 2 turnovers. He is 24 out of 39 with 1 touchdown throw.
And how about Aikman, Jack? 15 of 23. What an outstanding day in a big game like this one for 208 yards and 1 touchdown.
Now the Steelers need big plays. They need first downs, and they only have 1 timeout remaining, plus the 2-minute warning. 3:33 left. Last time on first down, O'Donnell threw the interception. Hastings is in the backfield with O'Donnell. Here is the pass out in the flat. It's caught for a broken tackle, and the play comes to the 30, and maybe a first down out to the 34. Andre Hastings caught the ball and struggled, came to the 34, and that is the first down. And the hurry-up offense for the Steelers, who trail by 10.
Very bad tackling on the part of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hastings has caught 9 passes. O'Donnell facing a 4-man rush, throws beyond the 40, and this one is caught for very good yards and a diving catch. And this one is by Corey Holliday. Ernie Mills is out of the game for the Steelers. That pass play covered about 9 yards. And they have the ball at around 44. 2:45 left in the game. O'Donnell throwing again. He is chased out of the backfield. He's on the run. And the flag is down. Here's a pass thrown, incomplete. Let's see what the flag is about. That stops the clock with 2:34 remaining in the game.
That could be holding, Jack, running around back there that much. That could be what happened.
We shall see. The referee is Red Cashin, and it's a face mask violation against the Dallas. I know it's a interference call.
Illegal contact. Number 40 on the defense. 5 yards. First down.
First down, says Red Cashin. Umpire John Keck. Head linesman is Paul Widener. Dale Oram, the line judge. Dick Creed, the back judge. Bill Carollo, the side judge. Don Hakes, the field judge. Bernie Kukar and Hendy Ansich are the alternates. First down at their own 48. Out of the shotgun, here's O'Donnell running, throwing. This ball's caught into Dallas territory and out of bounds at the 45. Now we have 2:28 remaining, and the Steelers trail by 10. Andre Hastings caught another. He's been one of the Steelers' stars tonight. That's his 10th reception of the evening.
Everybody expected Thigpen to be the star or Stewart, but Hastings has been marvelous here this afternoon.
Thigpen has caught a touchdown pass, and Morris has rushed for a touchdown. The ball rests at the Dallas 45, and it's 2nd and 4. O'Donnell in the shotgun. 4-man front for Dallas. Short drop, quick pass, incomplete. Incomplete. It will be 3rd and 4. He tried to get the ball to Hastings, but Woodson was covering for Dallas. And it is 3rd down, 3rd and 4.
And Haley hasn't been in the game for some time. Jack Carver is in the game now playing the right end position, and has been for some time.
That was a bad throw, high and away to Hastings. Now Neil O'Donnell on 3rd down has 3rd and 4. Trailing by 10. The score is 27-17 in favor of the favored Cowboys. O'Donnell in the shotgun. 4-man front for Dallas. There's a snap, and it's a 4-man rush. Here is the pass out in the flat. That's good for a first down to the 40 to John L. Williams. Down to the 40-yard line of Dallas. Dallas playing it loosely on defense in the secondary. The clock is running. This play might take us to the 2-minute warning, although O'Donnell wants another snap. Here's the blitz. Here's the pass. Deep to the sideline, incomplete. The hurry-up offense almost caught the Dallas Cowboys napping, but the pass was incomplete to Cordell Stewart. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Actually, 1:58 left in the game. Cowboys leading 27-17. They're ahead by 10. Pittsburgh has the ball, and you're listening to Super Bowl 30 from CBS Radio Sports.
You're a new parent, and you've thought of all the essentials, like diapers and cribs and bassinets. But what about life insurance for yourself? It's not the first thing you think of, but it's one of the most important things you can do to protect your baby's future. And there's no better person to talk to about life than a State Farm agent. Your agent will answer all your questions and help you find a life insurance plan that provides protection for your family and peace of mind for you.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Listening to football, eh? Well, the world needs spectators, but if you ate your Wheaties, you might be playing football. And now there's a couple of new ways to eat your Wheaties. Honey frosted Wheaties with sweet frosted flakes and crispy Wheaties and raisins, the crunchy raisin cereal. So hop to, grab your Wheaties, any variety, and maybe you'll be in Super Bowl 31 instead of listening to it. After all, they don't call it the breakfast of tired guys in easy chairs, do they?
Wheaties, breakfast of champions.
You hear that?
Feet don't kill carpets. Dirt does. I'm David Orrick, and thousands of hotels use my upright vacuum, the 8-pound Orrick XL. It's so light, it takes the work out of cleaning, and its unique top-fill design takes embedded dirt and grime out of carpet. Call 1-800-989-4200 to try my vacuum in your home absolutely free for 15 days. If you don't love it, you don't keep it. For a free brochure, call 1-800-989-4200.
Hank Stram, the biggest excitement of this game took place after a field goal by Pittsburgh Steelers, which made the score 20-10. They tried an onside kick, which was really a surprise to everybody in the stadium. I know it was to me. And they went down and got a touchdown, made it a 3-point game. But then the interception, the subsequent score, off the second turnover against the Steelers, but the onside kick was the biggest excitement of the evening.
Really was. It was a great play and a great call, and the kick was perfect. Boy, they took one bounce and back up, and they were in business.
It'll be a 40-second timeout.
Now the Dallas Cowboys apparently didn't have the right personnel on the field to use the defense that was called, so they used a timeout. They have 2 remaining. The Steelers have 1 remaining. We have 1:58 left in the game. Well, the Steelers are going to lament this one, Hank. They could have won it.
Oh, they could have. That's the sad thing about it is this kind of a game. You know, if you get blown out, that's one thing. But when you give the game away, that's really what happened.
A lot of times you lose a game and you say, well, we didn't have a chance. There was nothing doing. But they matched up pretty well with Dallas, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And, you know, when you look at their personnel and the way they played all year long and the overall balance of this Pittsburgh team, you had the feeling that could be one of the best games we've seen in several years as far as the Super Bowl game was concerned.
The Cowboys led 13-7 at the half, with the Steelers scoring at the end of the half with only 13 seconds remaining. We have one more game left in our CBS broadcasting schedule. It's the AFC-NFC Pro Bowl from Aloha Stadium. Next Sunday, the date will be February 4th, 5:45 Eastern.
Well, they got Haley back in the game. They want to get more pressure on the quarterback. He's the guy to do it.
It is 2nd down and 10 for Pittsburgh. O'Donnell from the shotgun steps up and throws, and incomplete. He threw behind his man. John L. Williams, the fullback, spun around trying to catch it, but it was incomplete. And with 1:53 remaining, it is 3rd down and 10 confronting Pittsburgh.
And Haley that time trying to rush the passer made a little bit of an outside move and then went inside of the offensive tackle. Didn't have any pressure on the quarterback, but he keeps changing up that pass rush.
The Steelers are without Ernie Mills, one of their best receivers. Playing in the lineup is Corey Holiday now. 3rd and 10 for Pittsburgh. And a pass play by O'Donnell. He steps up in the pocket and now throws, and it is incomplete. Off the hands of the intended receiver, Hastings. And O'Donnell was throwing on the run and threw incomplete. 1:47 remaining. It is 4th down.
And O'Donnell really got a shot in the back right after he threw the football. And he comes up gimpy on the play.
He might have run for a 1st down there. He's going back into the huddle very slowly. Chad Hennings made the hit on him after he threw the ball. Pittsburgh's 2 out of 3 on 4th down, and this is 4th and 10. In the shotgun from the 40 of Dallas. This is it for Pittsburgh. Here's their 4th down play. And the pass is incomplete behind the receiver. And it's 4th down, and the ball goes over to the Cowboys. He tried to get the ball to Williams, incomplete. And with 1:42 remaining, the Cowboys take over. Those were not very good throws by Neil O'Donnell, who was hot and cold all evening long.
But he's consistent. One thing about O'Donnell tonight, this afternoon, Jack, he was consistently bothered by the pressure of the defensive line of the Dallas Cowboys.
Who's your MVP here tonight?
I really think it would be between Brown and Troy Aikman. I think Aikman.
So we have chosen Troy Aikman as our tough Acton-Tenacton player of the game. In his name, Tenacton will make a donation to the scholarship fund of the National Athletic Trainers Association for further development of athletic trainers in sports medicine. Dallas has this game in hand. All they have to do is snap the ball. They're going to win it by 10, 27-17.
And Brown is the most valuable player, Jack. Had to be between the two of them.
Here's a timeout, Pittsburgh. Tenacton is the official locker room product of the NFL and the NATA. The most valuable player voted by others here in the stadium, Hank, is Larry Brown. MVP Larry Brown, who intercepted the two passes.
Yes, that's right. We just talked about that a moment ago. He's the guy they selected.
Well, Barry Switzer in his first Super Bowl game as the coach of the Cowboys gets a win, apparently, because we have only 1:38 remaining in the game. And Dallas is leading by 10, 27-17. Charles Haley made it back just in time to get into the big one here, Hank.
Yes, he did. And, of course, Barry Switzer, 3 national championships as a collegiate coach at Oklahoma and the Super Bowl champion here with the Dallas Cowboys.
And the Steelers missed their opportunity to win their 5th Super Bowl game.
Yes, they did.
And for the Cowboys, another winner. They're tough to beat. They do so many things well. The only turnovers in the game were 2 interceptions thrown by Neil O'Donnell. Here is Aikman under center. I myself would have given Aikman the MVP award. I thought he was outstanding at the start of the game to put Dallas out in front and in a position to win. They snap the ball. They start the clock. 1.5 minutes left in the game. Brown is the first defensive MVP in a long while, ever since Richard Dent won it in Super Bowl 20. Larry Brown, the MVP of this Super Bowl game. We're down to 1:10 remaining. Dallas has 2 timeouts remaining. Pittsburgh just standing there. They are the losers. Stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll have interviews from the locker rooms of both the winners and the losers. Aikman is going to let the game clock run and the snap clock run down and take a penalty. And it stops the clock with, with 50 seconds remaining. They let it run down. They're still letting it go down to 40 seconds. So, one more snap of the ball, and this one will be over. The attendance here in Phoenix at Tempe, 76,347. Dallas Cowboys have 2 timeouts left. They let the snap clock run down. 15, 14, 13, 12. I don't know how they did that. I don't know how they let the clock run for more than a minute here. Now a penalty against Dallas. They're going to have to punt. And even if the punt is blocked and run back for a touchdown, it still makes Dallas the winner as John Jett comes into the game. 27-17 is apparently our final score. This about the way you expected the game to be, Hank?
Well, you know, it's easy to say that after the game, but I really thought, we talked about it today at the luncheon and all those kind of things, I really thought it would be a close game, and it could have been one of the best games we've seen as far as the competition is concerned, and I think it was really that kind of a game.
I thought that Aikman won it early, and O'Donnell lost it late myself.
Right. That's a good description of it.
Now there's a snap to Jett. Pittsburgh comes after him, but he gets the punt away with only 10 seconds left. And the ball is going to bounce and roll freely. Finally down by Dallas with 3 seconds left. 1 snap of the ball. 1 more snap of the ball is all we have left. The Dallas Cowboys were ahead 13-7 at the half. And they're going to win it by 10, 27-17. We'll have our post-game interviews from both locker rooms. It'll be a somber affair when talking to the Steelers. And I don't think the Cowboys are totally proud of what they did either, Hank.
No, I think, they played very well early in the game. Looks like they're going to... But they've done that several times during the course of the season. They really didn't seem like they had the killer instinct to get on top of somebody and continue to pour it on, much like the San Francisco 49ers have done in the past. They get you in trouble, boy, they'd kill you.
Meanwhile, the 2 streakers here, Deion Sanders and Cordell Stewart, hardly made an impact on the game, did they?
No, none whatsoever. None whatsoever. And that's usually the case. You know, you ballyhoo a couple of players or one player, and it turns out that he's not that involved in the outcome of the game.
1 more snap, and barring a penalty, it'll be over. O'Donnell takes the snap. 3-man rush, no rush at all for the Cowboys. And a Hail Mary pass thrown by O'Donnell inside the 20. And what? The ball hit the deck. It's intercepted, in fact. Intercepted by the Dallas Cowboys. So that's the 3rd turnover, and the game is over. That last pass was intercepted by the Cowboys, and the Cowboys win it. Stay tuned for our post-game interviews. Final score of the Super Bowl 30 broadcast from CBS. 27-17 Dallas. Let's pause for this word.
Question. Where can you get a cordless phone on sale? Just about anywhere, right? But where can you get the perfect cordless phone that's exactly right for you and on sale? Radio Shack. Because right now, all of theirs are on sale. Over 15 different models. Single channel, multi-channel, big button.
50-yard line with the MVP, Larry Brown. Larry, a terrific effort by you today.
Oh, it was great, man. You know, I knew they was going to stay away from my boy Dion, so I had to make the plays, and they came at me. You know, I knew I couldn't stop everything, but as long as I made the plays that counted, I knew we'd be victorious.
What happened on the 2 interceptions? The first one, it looked like he threw it to you.
The first one, he got a bad throw. The second one, I jumped around and I picked it. You know, they've been throwing slants on me all day, so I had to grab it.
First defensive MVP since '85, a great effort.
Hey, praise God. Thank the Lord.
All right, Jack, that's Larry Brown. We'll try to grab somebody else here in the 50.
And we'll have some more. What'd you think of those throws, Matt Millen? You've seen them before. Sometimes they're inexplicable, aren't they?
Well, I think both of them are explainable. I think the first one Larry Brown just talked about, they had a blown route, and both of them ran it in. The upper receiver had to run it out. It didn't happen. Brown's right there. Heck, it looked like he ran the best route. He threw it right to him. Then the second one was the perfect example of what zone blitzes can do. Neil O'Donnell made a bad read. He saw the blitz coming, did not see the zone behind it. The receiver saw the zone and ran the zone route. O'Donnell threw a man-hot route and threw it right to Brown. Took it right in.
We mentioned during the broadcast, Hank, that Dallas gambled a little more on defense than they usually do.
Well, you know, I think they felt they had to put pressure around O'Donnell, and I thought they did a pretty good job of it most of the time. I didn't think that O'Donnell really reacted very well at all when he felt pressure and saw the pressure coming. A lot of times a quarterback who is in that position, especially who hasn't played that much in this big a game, sometimes, you know, he goes back in the pocket and he looks at the defense rather than the receivers to see if anybody's coming. And a lot of times you'll throw a bad ball. That could have happened here this evening, too.
At the moment, Paul Tagliabue, the commissioner of the National Football League, is presenting the Vince Lombardi Trophy to Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys. We remember what happened to them. They were sidetracked by the 49ers a year ago, but his team and Barry Switzer takes it all the way home for the Cowboys this year.
You know, I think the interesting thing there was when you look at the league and Jerry Jones, and this almost reminds me of Al Davis and Pete Rozelle. Remember in like 1980 when they were having that big feud? And now here's Jerry Jones, who's being sued by the league and then counter-suing the league, and here they are, and they have to present him with the top of the hardware.
Matt Millen, was Dallas a better team than Pittsburgh?
Well, they were a better football team on paper. Did they play a better game today? You know, I'd have to say no. I thought they played evenly, except for those 2 mistakes, and they are explainable, and Neil O'Donnell's going to be upset with himself on the second one. I thought this game, and the Steelers turned the tide and had a chance to win this football game.
Even today, Hank, we saw some sensational catches by the Pittsburgh receivers. Let's go back down on the field to Jim Hunter.
Back with Darren Woodson and young little Darren here. Your dad just won the Super Bowl. Great job out of you guys today.
Thanks a lot. I think we, you know, all praise goes to God, but we fought out here, and I think we deserved it after all the things we went through this offseason. And during the season, when Coach Switzer been blamed for games and the players been blamed for games, and, you know, we fought back, and we got a great victory today.
Well, your pass coverage was terrific when it counted, and you get the 2 big interceptions. Both of those turned into scores by your offense, which turned out to be the difference in the game.
I think Larry Brown was the difference. I think Larry Brown had a great game today. He prepared for it, and I think he wanted it more than anybody on this team.
Was your game plan to try to make Neil O'Donnell beat you?